Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this live stream we are looking at Dungeons of Eternity once again, but this time the multiplayer works. This time the multiplayer is seamless, and this time we've got some game keys to give away. Now, I've already gone through how it works. If you want to be part of the giveaway, please do so. Have a look at the description. That will give you all of the instructions that you need to enter the giveaway. And other than that, well, let's just get a new character up and running. We can randomize it. Probably gonna, well, need to be male, and I'm gonna need a beard. There we go. There we go. And yep, dirty shirt, dirty trousers, dirty boots, dirty beard, long hair, very unkempt. Let's go. So, well, I'll go through the tutorial because, as I understand it, some people have actually been struggling with the tutorial a little bit. If you're new to VR, I can see why. There is also a specific part where you actually need to do something, and it doesn't really... It isn't quite as intuitive as it could be. I thought so. Right, so exploring dungeons requires free movement. You may choose between continuous, blink, and teleport. So if you can do locomotion, happy days. If you can't, you have teleport. And even if that is beyond you, then blink is teleporting, but it snaps in and out with a black screen. So lots of comfort options as far as movement is concerned. Continuous movement on the left thumbstick for smooth. Blink, as I said. We can change all of those bits and pieces here. You can also enable or disable vignettes, or they call them blinders in this, which is probably a better term. This is great if you are building up your VR legs, as some of you may be, with a lot of new Quest 3 owners out there. Turning, done on the right stick, as usual. You can go for smooth or snap. I go snap because smooth melts my brain, although I do all of my turning in RL, so, or the vast majority of it in real life. So the tutorial path, we're going to follow the arrows. Now, this is the bit that I think gets people, because you can't do anything, but if you read, it does say press the left menu button to open the quick settings guide. There we go, and then that kind of allows you to carry on with the tutorial. So, let's follow on, shall we? So, this is a dungeon looting experience. Oh, we're going to get to watch the intro as well. It is a full cooperative game. And it is... Hello, Fitz. Yeah, sorry to... Hang on 2 seconds before... Oh, it's going. Hello, Fitz. And hello, Mr. Fish.
Your voyage across the vastness of space has proven successful. Before we begin basic training, let us review our mission.
Okay, Cube.
Legana, our homeworld. Not long ago, the Nova Guild made a haunting discovery. A cataclysmic cosmic event which threatens our very existence.
It's a very cool briefing.
A star in a nearby system is approaching supernova.
Oh.
Its demise is the destruction of our homeworld.
Duck.
However, there may be hope. Nova Guild detected high levels of cosmic mana emanating from one of the planets orbiting the dying star. Research teams worked to the surface to investigate the sources of the cosmic mana. They discovered ancient machines built to harness this energy to keep the star alive. Unfortunately, we lost communication with Nova Guild.
Cheers, Fish.
The machines was activated.
Might call on you later.
Recon drones were sent to investigate. Scans revealed an interconnected labyrinth of fortresses...
No, not during this stream.
...waterways and caverns beneath the surface of the planet. There is no beginning or end to these dungeons. Because of this, we codenamed the planet Eternity.
And there's dungeons on it, right?
Beware, these dungeons are inhabited by hostile armies and monstrous creatures, unlike anything on Legana. Luckily, the weaponry found on this world is quite adept at dispatching the hostiles.
I mean, I'd rather take some frickin' laser beams down there, but...
Your mission is to conquer the dungeons and collect resources in order to survive. As you gain experience, Make attempts to refuel the dying star by reactivating the ancient machines. You will not be alone. More Star Guild explorers
No.
are traveling to eternity to aid in this effort. Band together with these heroes. Survive. Save our homeworld. Basic training in the ancient ways is required before exploring the dungeons of eternity. Continue to the combat training area to begin.
Cheers, Cubeface. Okay, so hello, Fee. So that's the intro. Now, the thing is with this game, it's one of the things that I do like about these sort of games is very, like, that's pretty much the story. It isn't thrust in your face. There is lore to the game, but you don't have to interact with it if you don't want to. So, what we're going to do, we've done the intro. We're now going to go to combat training. Weapon physics. I love having weapon physics in games. Those that are part of the IDU faithful, you'll be happy to know that bow and arrow gameplay in this game is fantastic. The only problem at the moment is it is grip. And also, note, you do have to pull your arrows from the quiver in your back. Or pull the arrow from the quiver on your back. Grip actually feels correct for the crossbow that is in this game, but other than that, I am speaking to the devs. I am trying to get them to put trigger as the grab arrow and place and release button, or at least the option to do that. So, unholster weapons. Put that back. Melee weapons are stored on your waist. Reach down and grab them. Holster them by just letting them go. Hack and slash is a thing. Parrying is a thing. Haven't done barely any hand-to-hand combat in this game. Well, he definitely hit us. So there is melee weapon, melee physics, and it's really good. Throwing, definitely a thing. That's one of the reasons that I've stated it should be trigger instead of grip. I want it as trigger because I like it on trigger because IDU, but I've backed it up with gameplay reasons. So they can't ignore me. Surely not. Maybe they can. Unholster weapons, ranged weapons on our back. Yeah, you can... So one of the things I do like about this game is not just the cooperative nature, but the fact that there's lots and lots and lots of different ways to play this game. You can sacrifice your range for a shield and do the whole sword and board thing. Throwing weapons is very valid in this game. In fact, Beanie, it's all he bloody does. Unlimited ammunition. The archery is very good on this game. Very reminiscent of what we have on IDU, other than the trigger pull side of things. Horizontal, catered for. Vertical, catered for. Wrong way, catered for. Also note that because you are pulling arrows from the quiver, you can put them onto your bow correctly, or you can go for those of you who are familiar with Dark and Darker, you can go with the quick shot and just literally go straight from here and load it onto the wrong side or off side of the bow, whichever you like. I'm actually playing on the Quest 2 because as much as I would love to play on the Quest 3, it hurts my face, and on top of that, there is no way that the standard Quest 3 battery will last anywhere near long enough. Yeah, definitely. Do know I am a massive VR princess. That is my first omission. Oh, no, not omission. That is my first confession. And so the Quest 3 is literally a very expensive paperweight until I get my lenses and the ability to put all of my Bobo VR stuff onto it. It's, yeah, it's not great. Jumping and sprinting are things within the game. Sprint, sprint, sprint. You get unlimited sprint. You get unlimited jump. You're not tied to a stamina bar or anything along those lines. Maneuverability is a big thing within the dungeon. Don't be standing still if you don't have to be. Climbing is in the game. On the chains are good. The climbing on the ladders is a little bit subpar, if you ask me. But again, it's, you know, there's very little. Like, I'm having to really nitpick on this game because, you know, I don't want to just go, oh, it's amazing, it's the best thing ever. I want to tell you if there are little things, and I'm struggling to find them. But yeah, climbing ladders sucks. And hello, Dreadwolf, how we doing? Quick climb has been added. It's a shame it isn't on the ladders, though. Oh, is she now? Is that because she's found a staff that works particularly well for those monsters? Because that would be awesome. Lower the chain. Up the chain, soldier. So we can hand over hand for the reals. You can also just look up, hold A, and slide. And then you can teleport down from there. You can throw yourself off, but it's not that the throwing yourself off, you can't generate enough momentum. So unless you are really high, a lot of the time you fall short. So for now, the teleporting off there is probably easier. Hang on, what am I missing out on here? Yes. The one thing that I would say as well is when we start doing the competitions, once we're out of keys, if you like what you see, I have a 25% off discount code in the description. But let's see if we can get you a copy of the game for free first. Lots of lever pulling and opening of gates and trapping your friends is definitely a thing. I think I've trapped everybody that I play with in some shape, way or form. Easily escapable though, but you know, you got to know how to do that to be able to do it. So, loot and inventory. The loot system is really cool in this. The inventory system is very cool in this. Golden inventory items can be looted from a great distance. Aim hand at the item and press grab to loot. Inventory is, well, we'll show you in a minute when I've got some inventory. Breakables, lots of breakable stuff. Thanks, dude, most appreciated. Health, you'll see at the moment we have red fingertips and some various I did trap myself. Some various red on our hands. This shows us that we haven't got full life, so it's a very cool way. It actually looks really good as well, but it's a very cool way at a glance to see if you are damaged or not. You don't have to check, but it is there. You've got your number of kills, you've got your life, you've got your gold collected. Using potions, it's literally a case of either pull the stopper off them or pop the stopper with the trigger and then swig. Using keys, I only think I need to explain that for Indie VR's benefit, so I think we're all good on keys. And then the map device is very cool. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's go and loot an inventory. So, grabbing things, just simple grab. And then if you hover around in front of your kind of belly button level, you'll get this little portal thing. And that's your inventory. And that's literally how you store things. It's a very cool system. Yes, I know you could put it over your shoulder and backpacks and blah, blah, blah. But how many of us have done that only to find that's happened and then you don't realise because there hasn't been a sound effect to tell you? This is good. And then, so as you can see, that's a very satisfying feature about the game as well. Getting the gold before your friends. Break things, just like Dark Souls. More loot. to give you an idea of, we'll carry on in a minute, but to give you an idea of the weaponry systems that are in the game, there are crossbows and lots of different models, different kinds, and random effects, as well as damage onto them as well. Same with shields, so you can do sword and board gameplay. Magic staffs are a thing. They are very powerful, but are governed by having to be reloaded by gems. That was very professional of me. I was not trying to grab that. Bows we'll definitely be having a look at. Axes are just your melee weapon. I think most of them are better for throwing than they are for melee. Swords are good for melee. Swords, hammers, and daggers as well. So across everything that you have here, you can kind of move yourself into a class. You have 2 side slots. They are specifically for melee weapons. And you have a back slot, which will be either magic staff, bow, shield, crossbow, and that's it. So your back slot kind of, if anybody wants to put this into a class system, your back slot determines what class you are. So we're an archer, but I can still dual wield. So as far as gold is concerned, the only thing that we know for certain is that picking up the gold and collecting all the gold yourself as a player, if you have picked up the most, will win the collected the most gold award. What we haven't looked at yet, and we probably could do on this stream, we should, is if everybody gets the same amount at the end. I'm kind of hoping not, and I like nicking all the gold. So, yeah. Opening chests, easy enough. Lots of different kinds of chests. We'll look at identifying them and the rarities of them later on. Key goes in, key turns, and then, as has just been said in the chat, you hold A to loot, and you'll get gold, item, etc., etc. Lovely little health potion there. You are limited as to how much of any given item that you can carry. If you have a wizard with you in your party, I suggest you only have one and share them, keep the gems for everybody's wizard. So, skeleton keys usually open a specific port colour that then leads you on to the sort of crescendo event of a dungeon. All very cool, very stylized, very well designed, very well thought out and planned game, this, I might add. I can't think of anything on this that, as far as the way the game works, is a bad decision, other than the trigger thing. Already done that. Lovely. I always have to check when people are all on the floor laughing. I'll lock me in. Yes, no, I'll lock you in everything. Hello, Melissa. You've got to come and have a look at this just for the bow gameplay. It's very good. It's really good. And so, a quick address to anybody who knows what I do. I play a lot of In Death Unchained. And Death Unchained, unfortunately, is no longer, as I understand it, really going to be supported anymore. Which means that not only are I'm kind of looking for a new game, it means that when, I don't think, and I never thought we were going to get multiplayer in Death Unchained. This is as close. I'm going to go as far as to say that this is what I wanted from multiplayer in Death Unchained, going out as a group, like just going through the levels, and that's kind of what this is. But it's all done in instances, but it's all very smooth, all very quick. So you have, this is basically the lobby, this is my room, and then if people were to join me, better make sure that that's off actually. Stop people sneaking in. Okay, I think it's not even an option at the moment. It is a very easy to play game. And you know what the best part about it is as well? I'm planning on doing a lot of live streams of this game. And I can invite you in and show you what to do and help you do it. Yeah, and as Von says, it's a very intuitive game anyway, but now not only can I teach you via video and via live stream, but I can shout at you until you get it right. Live! In your face! How good is that? How good is that? I'm a decent enough teacher, and if I can do it with you there and then, I can give you actual live feedback and get you good at what I think will be your new favourite game. So, player room. All characters, related upgrades and changes are done in your player room. Take a minute to explore the space. No, but we did the so this is my room. When other people join the cooperative, they'll get these 2 rooms. You can go into each other's room. If you can get up the ladder, because it's a bit rubbish. I mean, it's not too bad. It's this top bit that they haven't done so well on. But we've got a bed there. Come on now. There we go. Lots and lots and lots of cosmetic options, lots of faces, different races available within the faces, all the colours of the rainbow as far as eyes are concerned. You can change your teeth to various beasts and fangs and colours and flavours and all sorts. There are hats and hair galore. There are beards if you want them and beards if you don't. And then that's just the head. Armour, utilities, legs, hands, boots, accents, which I'll cover in a second, skin colour, and you can get different to the usuals as well. You can go red, and we'll be going red, and blue and green and so on. Accent colours. This is very good, is that you have, there's 3 pages, arguably some of them are the same, but basically what the accents do is they change the colours of your armour. So you might have the same set of armour as a friend, but then you can change its colour ever so slightly. So everybody can be a unique snowflake. That's what we want, right? The way the game works is we go out there, we find fabrications, we bring them back here, we make the weapons, and then basically all of your kind of leveling up in regards of getting better. There is a level up system, and you do get a level, and that bases what gear you will generate when you are on a dungeon run. But all the leveling up, all the sort of powering up of the game is done through gear as opposed to stats on armor and helmets and boots and so on. But on top of that, you also get exo points. So these give you... So exo points are kind of like your perks. You can get 1 for mind, 1 for chest, 1 for arms, and 1 for legs, which then allows you to push your character in the direction that you want to play a given set of weapons, and you can get them all and mix and match and do what you want to. So the watchword on this is that there isn't a class system per se, but it's a lot wider and a lot potentially better than having a class system, because you can choose and flip and play and do what you want and try and find the thing that you want to do within the dungeon. You want to be a supporting healer? You are catered for. You want to be a tanky fighter with a shield and sword? You are catered for. You want to do bow and arrow and crossbow and so on? You are catered for. Do you want to be the group's alchemist and bring all the flavours along as far as potions are concerned? You are catered for. You want to throw knives and swords and axes and sharp sticks? You are catered for. You want to dual wield? You are catered for. There is pretty much everything here that you could want to do as far as a little dungeon delving game. In fact, I'm struggling to think of a class that isn't really covered based on everything that you could do. Yes, so what I will show off just quickly... Now, I don't exactly know how this is done, but I've got a pretty good idea. A typical run can be anywhere between about 10 and 40 minutes, depending on how much you go into it. So, Dungeon Scanner. The Dungeon Scanner allows you and your team a way to travel to the countless dungeons the recon drones have scanned. Select the Forgotten Tombs and we'll do the... Then, as long as you're with me... Is that Cat? Bet that's Cat talking. Yes, it is. Well, in that case then, Kat, you come along with me and I'll do all the heavy lifting and you can make me look good whilst I'm doing it. How's that sound? Or the other two. So, yeah. Oh, no, that's all catered for as well, because you would have the perspective on the action. It is actually a really good question as well, Kat. One of the things that I love about this game is that the netcoding in this game is so good that what I do, everybody else sees. Okay? So, for instance, if I was to chop an enemy, hit it in the head, and that skull flies off into the distance, and somebody is watching that, they will see it as it's seen by me. We've all played multiplayer games where that isn't the case. Like, for instance, After the Fall is a good example. Snowbee or zombie coming at you, you kill it. On somebody else's screen, a zombie dies over there. Doesn't matter how funny that kill is and how much he ragdolls and flies off in the air, other people don't see it. In this game, you do. And it's so good. And it's such an overlooked thing. If I have a funny movement or a funny moment or something happens in the game that is awesome and cool, I want the people playing to see it as well, because we can all have a laugh or all have a wow moment. In most games, you don't get that. This game you do, and it's so good. So, first dungeon. Get that in a minute. We have to basically, this is the standard dungeon delve. We work our way through the dungeon. We get to the broken recon drone that has found the dungeon for us. We get the batteries into it, and done. So that is where we will start. The one thing that I will also add to this as well, now this is a part that I don't know exactly how it works. I believe the team, as in the developers, generate, but to keep things simple for the player, the team generate lots and lots and lots of procedurally generated dungeons, and then they basically line them up for us in the different biomes or palettes of the world. So the underworld, Sandstorm is obviously a bit this one's very labyrinthine and castle-y. This one's very ancient Egyptian sandy. This one's all nasty and green and toxic dungeons, and then this one's very lava-y. So we're going for this one, which I think is in the first of them. You get a layout of the dungeons, and as I said, we'll look at it later, but what I think happens is the maps are randomly generated and then put in front of you on all those different biomes. You then choose, and the dungeons that are available are refreshed every, I think it's 20 to 30 minutes, and then a new set of dungeons are brought in each and every time. So I think there's maybe, I don't know, about 40 or 50 dungeons pre-generated, and then they are filtered in for the player. Basically, it's a much simpler system than just having every single pre-generated dungeon put on there for you. So, but they're like pre-generated dungeons from a generation script. Once we have picked our dungeon, it basically means that you are playing so many different maps, unless you save a map, which if you find a particularly cool one, you can save it to the console. It means that if you are playing this game for a long time, you'll recognize modules, because each dungeon is just a load of modules clinked together. You'll recognize individual modules, but layouts will nearly always be different. I've put loads of hours into this game, and the only time that you ever see a dungeon that's very similar to another is when you purposely do it. So we get a nice little teleporter pad, teleports us off to our destination. I get the impression that they might have been, I don't know, started off doing this as a space game and then maybe changed it to a dungeon game but kept the whole teleport mechanic in. I don't know. This would work just as well as that kind of game if it was like, you know, laser rifles and up against aliens. That'll probably be the sequel. But anyway, so let's dungeon, shall we? So we haven't got a map to begin with. We will need to pick up a map. We will grab all of the loot. Come on now. You do need to check inside of things. There's only one person that nudges me, mate. There's only one person that has the authority to nudge me. So, we are full. I will show you as well with the potions, but I know you're keen. Hey, I appreciate the enthusiasm. It is. But the thing is, you don't do the giveaway though, do you? So you got to wait. I'll wait for nudges from Von, but I love the enthusiasm. Anyway, so potions. You can pop the lid by pressing triangle by pressing trigger, and then you can drink, or you can smash. And smashing actually spreads the love to your teammates as long as they are standing around you. You can actually do that with all big potions and spread the effects across your entire team as opposed to just having them yourself. And then the other way that we can pop the potion is literally pulling the stopper off ourselves. If you don't try and drink it first and smash, that's what you get. And that will heal anybody that is within it. But we don't need healing yet, but, you know. There you go. So, gotta get that gold. Gotta get that gold. Gold is the currency that you use to fabricate the weaponry that you find within the dungeons. Gold is, once you get going into the game, gold becomes about as relevant as it does after Cycle 1 of In Death Unchained. You don't really need a lot. Right, let's start out with a little bit of melee whilst health is high. Zombies. Everybody loves zombies, right? Now, the cool thing about zombies is he ain't gonna die. He ain't gonna die. I'll die before he does, but a hit to the head will put him down for good. So, single hits to the head kill zombies, as they should in games. Yeah. That would be quite nice if it worked that way. But we are going to be doing a lot of bow and arrow gameplay today because, you know, that's kind of what I'm known for. Skeletons are a different kettle of fish. I mean, you can go for headshots. Headshots obviously do more damage. And it's all... Let me tell you, the archery on this game and also the crossbow gameplay on this game is very, very satisfying. I didn't want to like the whole pulling the arrow from the quiver, and the fact that you have to do it with grip button also was quite annoying to me. I want it still on trigger, but as far as the system is concerned, the system is strong enough that I find it very difficult. I find it very difficult to whinge about the fact that it's on grip. Get our health back there. Lovely. Yeah, you are catered for as far as crossbows are concerned. Spiders, if people don't like spiders, the spiders are pretty nasty in this game. They'll jump on your face and everything. So there are perks in the game now. It used to be an option to turn it off, but there are perks in the game now. If you really don't like things jumping in your face, there is a perk in the game that allows you to turn that off, because you get an advantage at them not jumping at you anymore. So again, it's the little things. It's little things that are catered for. You do have to check inside of things as well. I think we've all played games where it's supposed to be a looting game, and there's so many crevices and little hidey holes and places. And you look in there because, you know, you feel like you should look in there, and you're never bloody rewarded, are you? Not this game. Not this game. No, bats, yeah. Oh, God. Bats. Crossbows, I think, with a certain perk, are the meta in this game, as in they are probably one of the best ways to play the game and one of the most effective ways to play the game. This is something that I'm quite a big proponent of. If you are struggling with this game, even though my inventory is full of these items, I can still take them with me. No, so one of the things to note for those of you who are of a competitive nature in this game, the only thing that the leaderboards do in this game. Unfortunately, the leaderboards do not define skill. The leaderboards basically show who's been playing the most. So there is nothing really based on skill at the moment, but I have been told that there are things coming, things being tracked. Yeah, spiders like hit you like face huggers later on in the game. It is horrible. One of the things that you do have to look out for later on as well is armor physics, which I think is very cool. If they're wearing a helmet and you hit them in the helmet, there's a chance that the arrow will ping off the top of the head. Struggling a bit here. Like, for instance, his helmet probably took a little bit of the damage there because at this stage they should be one hits. Oh, he moved. See that? Been using the crossbow too much. There we go. Lovely. Good kill. So what you'll find is in the game, these little smoky spots, by the way, that's the gold. That shows you where it is so that you don't miss it. What you'll find is you'll enter a dungeon, you'll kind of complete the enemies within that dungeon. Thank you, Vaughn. You will then go and do your looting and destroy the barrels and destroy the various bits and pieces and then continue on into the next one. One of the other things that you can do as well, though, is you don't have to kill everything to proceed every time. The graphics are... I'm going to go as far as to say the graphics are great. The graphics are good. They're very, very serviceable. Again, I keep on saying that I am not a graphics guy, but the graphics in this are good. But the gameplay just oozes. The graphics are great and are exactly where they need to be. You know, they could always be better. Everything can be. Gameplay. The movement, the feel, how this runs in VR, the smoothness of it as well is so good. And the lighting effects have to have a bit of a special mention as well. So, let's get some skulls in the chat, shall we? You have until... probably I clear this bit of the dungeon. So I'll take my time. So yeah, skulls in the chat if you would like to win a copy of this game. Didn't work. That's not gonna work. This game genuinely has better weapons physics than a lot of others that I've played. And this game isn't even about the weapons physics, I don't think. It's more to do with the dungeon delving experience. Good one, Norb. Anybody who's already got the game and wants to put an emoji in, crack on. I've got no problems with that. It's not going to cut it really, is it? Still haven't finished this one. Still going. Lovely. Keys. Always need keys. Always need keys. The fact that you can grab things from a distance, and the fact that you, when they jump out of like containers and chests and various bits and pieces, that you can grab them before they even touch the floor. It's very good. Glub, 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 glub. Lovely. That's the skull key that we're looking for. Anybody left? Doesn't look like it. So the other thing as well is we will see about potentially having a look at the cooperative a little bit later on as well, but we're going to wait until we've given all the bits and pieces away. So remember that there is, like, I'm just showing off the solo gameplay, and part of the reason why I want to show off the solo gameplay is there's a lot of people that their VR experiences is going to be solo. to begin with. And this is actually a really, really solid solo experience. You would think that with it being a multiplayer game, that the solo side of things would kind of be overlooked, kind of like After the Fall and to a lesser extent Payday, where you may have to, and other games of that ilk, where you may have to play with bots, or you know, if you go down, well, there's nobody to help you, so you're kind of done. And as far as this game is concerned, they've put quite a decent little system in where if you lose health enough to die, if you can make a kill, you are regenerated slightly, or you are given a set amount of time of like a kind of last stand or invincibility to get some health down you quickly. So again, you are catered for. Right. End it there, Von. Pick us our first winner of the evening. Awesome. Now, we haven't got a map yet. There's a good chance. And remember, not everybody in the chat, some people in the chat are not entering because they already own the game. So it's probably even better than 33% chance. And, well, yes, small price to pay, I think. Get to see a little bit of the game. Again, I don't want to show off too much because there's a lot of experiences that, well, you know, even if I do show it off, there'll be a lot of experiences that will be very personal to you in this game. I guarantee it. So another thing that you will come across is locked doors. One of the things that does happen later on is that as far as keys are concerned, they can become in short supply. So as far as these keys are concerned, you need to make a point of knowing what is good investment with a key and what is not, just in case, like, we've been given loads. I've got 5 out of 5 keys, so we don't need to make any choices. Doors require a key, as well as loot chests requiring a key. One thing that is very cool is you can have a look through the door. So I can tell you now that that chest is a rubbish one. So if we didn't have a lot of keys, I might not consider opening that door because that's basically 2 keys wasted. But let's go in anyway, shall we? There'll be a little bit of things for us to loot in here. Smash and break all the things and all the stuff. Oh, well done, Nick. There we go. So that's one done. We'll be doing another draw in about half an hour. Oh, hey, look, if you're having a key off of me, you're going to have to be locked in a closet, Nick. So, hello, Fourth Wall. How we doing? So, these rooms are lock-ins, so we have to. Well, hey, you want a copy of the game? Small price. I'll tell you later. Gem. Hey. The enemy models are very cool in this. The fact that they come apart the way that they do is very cool in this also. The music as well is something that I've had to turn down, but has been done fantastically in this game. And yeah, you better, Nick. You better. But yeah, the music is very, very Conan-y, very... They've nailed the music in this game. Normally, a lot of the time, my comments on music within games are usually more along the lines of, if you can't hear it in the background, it means that it is going so well with the game. Or if you kind of ignoring it. In my opinion, it's going so well with the game, and they've done a good job. Not in this game. Oh no, they blast it at you, and it does give you that. It is welcome as well. It gives you that very grandeur, very epic. Every confrontation feels like a good one, which is very, very cool. All right, let's do a little bit of... One of the things that I haven't done in this game at all, really, is melee. Barely any. So, I've done a fair amount of throwing blades and stuff at people, and you can recall the blade as well for another throw. I know a lot of people love this mechanic. Ah! Aha! Ooh. And we've just got standard weaponry yet at the moment. You'll get lots and lots of magically imbued weapons with various effects that can, in some circumstances, change how you use the weapon. For instance, one of the magical properties that you can get is throw distance, which then means that a particular weapon becomes even more effective when thrown. Axes seem to be more effective a throwing weapon in this game, but they're also a very good melee weapon because you can hook with them because there's weapon physics in the game. Hell, you can even hook your own things if you want to. Look, weapons physics. It's brilliant. Up the chain, look up, hold A. Never climb again. As I said, you can kind of throw yourself off, but they haven't quite got the slinging that other games have managed to get, so I think that needs to be a little bit more powerful. But again, I'm really nitpicking here, chat. I really am. Killing enemies just as they spawn? Yeah, we'll take them. Happily take them. In fact, I consider that quite a top tip. You see that spawn portal happening? Nail them before they get out of it. Why not? They don't have any invincibility frames. This is a good chest. Now, the way that you can identify it, the smaller chests without a skull on are the lower tier ones, so they are anywhere between 75 and 100 gold, and a lot of the time you don't even get any cool stuff. Anything that has a skull on it is considered kind of, I suppose, mid to high tier, and then the big ornate ones that have got horns and skulls and all sorts of ones, they're always going to be 200 gold, and they're always going to give you lots and lots of cool things. But we've got loads of keys, so we want to be opening everything anyway. Opening chests is very satisfying. That glow is very reminiscent of Pulp Fiction. No, we can't exactly see what it is, just like in Pulp Fiction, but if we hold A, it's good. So there you go, 150 gold, so that's a topper level one. We get a potion of haste, and we have a common maul now added to our fabrications. So when we get back home, we can grab that. Those of you who may be struggling with the game will be happy to know that if you found an amazing weapon and then died during your dungeon crawl, be you solo or part of a group, you still get the fabrications, you still get the cosmetics, so you get to keep what you find, regardless. Which, again, there's been a lot of... Cool, I'll take it. There's been a lot of decisions made in this game that move it more towards the casual player. But, having said that, there is a challenge here. Believe you me, there is a challenge here. But once you find the right weaponry, you can... And if you're playing in a good team, you can work it out. Nope. Nothing in that one. Again, though, we smash the pots, we grab the things, and the stuff. Yeah, no, I see, the thing is, I think 3-player is enough, to be honest with you. In fact, 3-player might be too many towards the end game. But one of the things that I will say, and again, I don't want to spoil anything, I can't really because I haven't seen it, is that it can take a very long time. As I said, levels are kind of inconsequential other than the fact that the higher your level, the better loot you will find in the dungeon. The game gets to level 50 and something changes. And I don't know what, and I don't know if it's going to be like level 50 is considered end game or even mid game, but I've been told that things happen at level 50 on this game. So, yes. So basically the way that the game works is instead of more enemies and more different kinds of enemies appearing based on achievements like we have in IDU, you're leveling. So yeah, I shouldn't really say that leveling up doesn't really matter too much. Leveling up affects not just the loot that you can pick up, but also affects the enemies that come in. So like for instance, you'll start seeing different color variations of the standard enemies. At the moment everything's just a skeleton or just a zombie, but later on there'll be different colors which indicates toughness, and there'll also be ones that have some kind of magic or some kind of magical imbuement or elemental, like for instance skeleton archers in this game. If you didn't like skeleton archers in IDU, you are not gonna like ice skeleton archers here. Oh my but yeah, archery skeletons and sorceress skeletons are accurate, very accurate. So this is, so yeah, basically the higher level you are, the more difficult the game becomes. The other thing to note as well is, say for instance you're playing with me and I'm level 40 and you're level 1. The game will try and find a happy medium for you all to play in, but bear in mind the level 40 will be doing a lot of the work because they just basically have more power in the weaponry that they have, and they have those exo abilities and so on. Ideally what you want to do is try and play in a group that's probably within 5 to maybe 10 levels. It's a good question, Fee. Hopefully I just answered that. So you're quite right, you get to turn it on their head. So let us activate recon probe. So this is the crescendo event. We need to kill enemies to get batteries to put into this, and then that's end. That's game end. There's one there already for us. Mad how quiet it is. Oh, what, the game? I've purposely turned the music down. Tell you what, hang on, I'll be... Oh, careful, chat. This is going to be quite the experience for you. Bear with me. This is what the music is usually like. Skeleton champion, is it? But you'll probably see that because this is dramatic, because the music is quite as loud and dramatic. Oh right, okay. Well, it was a good excuse to like pump the music up. If I have the music that loud, it'll probably drown me out. Oh, can you believe? So we'll just slide it down a little bit. Because, hey, look, You had a little taster, all right? I don't want to ruin it for you. They are very proud of this game, and they've got every right to be. Yeah, the music beats in when the game is going, and there is like lulls in the music when you're kind of between waves, and well, it gets louder. The thing is, I'm sure I'll run out of things to say at some point, and then I'll just crank the music up, right? Never. Now, so there is a bleeping noise. The thing is, I kind of don't want to spoil it for you by turning the music down. If you are liking the looks of this game, just wait until you go into that first confrontation and that first bunch of enemies are coming towards you and that music kicks in. Never. Yay! And so, that is a dungeon run. Now, go away and do that 1,000 times, and you'll be able to get up on the levels. So, we've gone up a level. Things like kills, deaths, heals, and gold are accounted for. I got the most collected achievement out of that session. You will have others as well for, like, you know, least enemies killed, most gold collected, most enemies killed. So if you want to do a little bit of competition within the cooperation, then you can. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter, because I think everybody gets the same. So now that I don't have a lot of gold, that's something that we can actually have a look at. Your experience is based on quest and performance. That was a tutorial, so we didn't get anything for the quest, but our performance was good, apparently. So, and then 454, that's the amount of loose gold plus gold in the chests that we looted. Dungeon complete. After a dungeon run, visit your player room. 42. I am currently at 42. I may go and play. No. So basically, now if I was to just leave now, my character is saved as that. When you leave a session, the only thing that you lose is what's in your inventory. And believe you me, all of these items you'll pick up very quickly. We were max health potions within about 2 minutes into the map. But it basically encourages long session gameplay, but doesn't penalise you for just jumping in and having a quick game. So, let's go and have a look at what we've got. So, as far as fabrication is concerned, fabricate gear. So, this is 6 damage. Let's have a look at our current loadout and what we have. 6 damage and 6 damage. So, all we'd be really doing here by fabricating that weapon is kind of exchanging the look. So, let's have an axe, shall we? And we'll pop that in our left. And so now we have a hammer. Ooh, I didn't realise that. Hammers are two-handed. Doesn't quite have the length for it, though. So there are two-handed weapons in the game. I haven't come across a two-handed sword yet. Oh, axes are as well. Look at this. And if I remember rightly, the devs said that two-handing a weapon does increase the power. So you can two-hand if you want, or just, you know, chuck it. You also have set loadouts as well. So we can change our back weapon. We haven't got anything to change it to at the moment. We are just on the bow. But we can change our back weapon left and right, and then you can switch between your loadouts on the fly. So you could have one set up as your archer, one set up as your crossbower, and then another one set up as your sword and board guy, or mage, or double dagger throwy thief type guy, and so on and so forth. I haven't seen a two-handed sword yet, which is a bit annoying. Two-handed axes are all well and good, but give me a sword, man. Give me a two-handed sword. So I suppose I could show you the other kinds of games, but we could do with getting a... I believe it increases power. And yeah, this is one of the beauties of this game. Scanner locked. What are you going to make me do first? What do I have to do? Oh, I've got to do something in here. Bear with. Fabricate. Oh, it's going to tell me all about the things that I just told you. Yeah. I know these things. So you can also spin your avatar around so you can look from all angles. But you can also, you know, visually look around and inspect yourself as well. Obviously, it's what other players see. One of the only gripes that I do have is that your hands and arms, to you, always look the same regardless of what you change. Your weapons change, but your arms and your hands don't. Again, I'm really nitpicking here, guys. I really am. And these are all little things that can, I'm sure, and will be changed. So these are our exosuit perks. We haven't got any to put on yet. I'll show you how we get those in a minute. Your level... They do have the left and right backwards. I have said this to them. I don't think they've got it backward. I know what they're trying to do, but it just is the wrong way for pretty much anybody that I know. Yeah. So as we level up, various perks will become available. I don't think we've got any yet. So there's probably no point. Yeah, exactly. It's like stage left and stage right. But different things become available at different levels. And basically, once you have it available, you then dump exo points in it to, first off, buy it and equip it. And then secondly, you can level it up. So like, for instance, our first one, I think, is stop or fall damage. And that's absorb level 3. So we need to go and get some level ups before we can start even looking at those. Ooh, good shout. Battery check, indeed. I think we're doing all right, actually. Is it going to be at a rate where I can keep... Also, nudge. Is it going to be a rate where I can keep this sustainable? Yes, if as long as I start checking, changing things. Okay. In that case, I am not playing on Quest 3. So this game is only going to look better as well. I have looked at it on the Quest 3. I'll be honest, it kind of just looks like it's got a little bit of a sharpness filter on, but it's more to do with the fact that the controllers are obviously much better as far as tracking is concerned on the Quest 3, I believe, and the lenses just make everything crystal clear, like all the way down to the bottom. The filter, as I said, changing between Quest 2 and Quest 3 mode looks like a filter overlay. It doesn't look like an actual thing yet. The fact that you can change it in the settings would say to me that it is indeed a filter of some kind that, you know, with higher processing power and whatnot, the game can handle. But it's not. I don't think too many games are actually changed for the Quest 3. They're just slightly tweaked Quest 2 versions of. So, can I unlock this yet, or what have I got to do? Come on now. Should do what I'm told. Should do what I'm told. So, that was a dungeon raid. I did, for those of you who are interested, I did try to use the Quest 3 controllers on the Quest 2, hoping that it would pick up the Quest 3 controllers as Quest Pros, or maybe the same sort of software or something along those lines. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. I don't think it does. But, you know, there you go. I would happily use the Quest 3 controllers on my Quest 2 whilst I wait for all of my VR Princess comfort upgrades to get here. So, Crystal Hunt. This is how you get exo points. You basically go and collect crystals, plant them in these points, and then kind of play King of the Hill with the pyramid and protect it from being attacked. Soul Harvest is another game. You need to get yourself a decent wizard. We have a Von, and basically one person is kind of in charge of tagging and then collecting souls. Anybody can do it, but you only get one staff to do it between the lot of you. You can do it yourself. I'll look at some of these other modes later, but that's basically it. You have what we just done, which I think is the bread and butter mode. It's the mode to play. It's the exciting one. It's the cool one. Crystal Hunt is how you get your exo points. Soul harvest is how you get your bits and bobs as far as upgrading your alchemy, basically. It tells you all about the player level, complete quests, collect loot, and defeat hostiles to gain XP. The higher the player level, the better the loot rewards. But beware, hostiles also grow stronger. Here we go. This was a question that I wanted answered. Max level equals 50. I've been told things happen at level 50. So level 50 is where it ends. You don't level up anymore, but that's where the aimed game content begins. Complete tutorial. And there we go. So that's the tutorial of the game. Skulls in the chat if you want to win a copy. Go! Now, let's see if we can find a nice dungeon to have a romp in. What about the eerie halls? The eerie halls sound good, don't they? So that'll be of the vile halls biome. We'll get that one set up. And of course, you know, it's all very nice in that you can stand around the console here and all chat and talk about what you want to do as far as the next level's concerned and so on and so forth. There's also, before I start, a couple of other things. I hope there's no wasps. A couple of other things as well. There's some nice seats here for us to sit down and have a little chin wag whilst we drink some drinks and talk about stuff and the fire and so on. If you haven't got time for that, there's a little bit to explore in here as well. There's some nice graphics and some cool things going on in the future. I think that is going to be... that could be potentially end-game content. If not, it's DLC or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything behind there or not. This is our soul collector guy, who we will talk to later, when we do a soul mission. And yeah. Okay. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, Fitz. I'd prefer if you didn't. He should be here. It's not like he hasn't had time to prepare. It's not like I put the stream up late or anything. Like, you know, this was a 5-minute thing. People have known about this for like 3 days. 3 days! And he still can't make the time. Yeah, I figured that's why it wouldn't work. It was more of a forlorn hope. If might say that again. Is dead or not working play Stalker. I mean, what, on the quest 3? Well, the thing is, Radius, what we've got here tonight is a giveaway stream, and if I go and play something else and stop giving keys away, I don't think you'll be very popular. So, we'll stick to this game for now, Radius. Don't worry, though. I have some things in the pipe for the Radius, into the Radius. And we will be playing that as soon as all of my VR Princess things arrive, because that Into the Radius is a game that has been upgraded specifically for the Quest 3. So as you can see, these are another kind of biome. This one's a little bit more industrious, a little bit more dwarven, a little bit more dowy. Different enemy types, different enemy sets. Bees are nasty in this game, believe you me. Very good. Very good, Opsia. So, oh yeah, we've got the hammer to use now, haven't we? We can two-hand it as well. So the reason why I keep on saying, yeah, wasps are bastards in this game. Bats are worse. Bats are worse. So, VR princess, the term I have coined as far as somebody who, you know, the whole sort of like Princess and the Pea scenario, because it is a bit pathetic that, you know, I don't want to enjoy the latest and greatest in technology because it's a bit uncomfortable. However, yeah, I know, right? Never hear the end of it if the Wasps won one. Yeah, right. Yeah, exploding Wasps are a new kind of hell in this game. There you go, there's a little bit of sense of scale for you. Looks very cool in the headset. Obviously a little bit misty at the top because we're only on the Quest 2. But, you know, nice big haul. Nothing massive could possibly come and get us later on in the game here. The visual cues as well as the audio cues are quite important in this game as well. You get a very good sense of direction as to where enemies are coming from. Quicker little draw technique there. But yeah, the thing with me is I learned very quickly that I want to play VR games that are available to be played that way for very long times and very long sessions. Ah! Why is it on grip? Hey, Sim, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Well done, Onyx. Congratulations. One of the only people in the chat that can't actually play the game. Now you have to get a Quest 2. So, for those who don't know, Onyx does have a Quest, but he's only got a Quest 1. And this game, unfortunately, the Quest 1 is not going to be able to handle it. But we do make the joke of him having to get a Quest 2 now. No, yeah, that'll be next week, mate. Don't worry. So, ooh, any keys? One key. This is worth our time because it's got a skull on it. There we go. But yeah, well done, Onyx. Excellent work, sir. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather have a code than a Quest 3 at the moment, you know? Quest 3's, I mean, it's just sitting on the side at my place, just gathering dust. So, yeah, the whole VR Princess side of things is something that I've seen a lot of content creators talking about. In that the comfort of the thing out of the box is just not very good. I would go as far as to say that the Quest 3 for me personally has been the worst out-of-the-box experience I've ever had from any VR headset. So, I mean, the Quest 2 one wasn't too bad in comparison. At least you could play for a while. Yeah, well, I did order my new lenses because I think the lenses could potentially make a difference straight away, because then I wouldn't have to not wrong. But then this is the thing, is I stream for hours and hours at a time. The other problem with the Quest 3 as well is this game eats battery. This game eats battery alive, and I already have a system as far as... Yes, yeah, if you let... Oh, I'll just sort that out first. Onyx, if you let Von know your Discord ID, she'll then track you down and send you your code. That's a warning, or a kind of instructions for anybody else as well. We've been poisoned, which slows us. We can just throw a heal potion on and get rid of that straight away, which is nice. Steady on there, sir. So yeah, the whole VR Princess side of things, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people say the same thing. I'm used to a certain level of comfort. I don't mind paying for that level of comfort. It's annoying that that level of comfort isn't instantly available. I think, personally, one of the worst things about the Quest 3 is the front interface. Like, I'm used to either, like, a soft leather or, like, you know, some kind of padding. What I wasn't expecting is recycled hard fucking plastic. And that's what we got, and it is not very comfortable at all. You'd think they would have learned. See how that bounced off of his, like, it was only a thin strap, but the arrow bounced off of what was basically part of his armor. And there again, off of the helmet. So you have to shoot them in the face, as opposed to the top of the head. Otherwise it can potentially, you can get armor penetration things later on. So... yeah, and then the other thing as well is, although there is that glasses spacer, and I haven't got particularly wide glasses, I find that even wearing my glasses inside the headset, I think that's one of the major problems, is it causes a lot of pinch for me. And my glasses aren't even that big, and I'm using the glasses spacer and trying to do all the bits and pieces. But because the whole headset is narrower, I don't know, it just pinches and pulls my glasses into the side of my head, and it's just not very comfortable whatsoever. I do have my lenses on the way, so I'll be able to try it with the standard stuff and lenses. Yeah, but I mean, I changed the Pico 4 interface reasonably quickly, but I could play it at least for a decent amount of time. It had some yield to it. The factor was as well that the Pico out of the box was the Elite strap design, and that is comfortable. You know, that is supportive. There are things that you can do with that. My biggest gripe is why the fuck Meta changed things. But anyway, let's not rant about things. Last word on it. Why the hell did Meta change? Because if they'd have kept the kind of parking, the interfacing on the actual Quest 3 the same as the Quest 2, then everybody that had a Quest 2 could have had an amazing out-of-the-box Quest 3 experience. And I know business is business and you want to sell more things, but goodwill from customer makes you a lot more money. Yeah, but you say that, Opsir, but it was, I'm spending £600 on a headset, and even if I didn't get the 512 experience, I'd still be spending £400 plus on a headset. I expect better for that amount of money spent. Exactly. Hey, I gave myself... Hello, Carol. How we doing? You'll like this game, Carol. I guarantee it. This will get you back on VR. So, yeah, my watchword on it at the moment would be yes, very much so. Hold fire on Quest 3 until all of the aftermarket comfort things are on the market and ready to buy. Did you? Nice. Well, you can come and play this with me then. You all can. Nope. Probably. Well, see, this is the difference. I always bang on about how they're content creators, and I am just a simple video DJ. Video DJs tell the truth. No, the thing is that you don't want to be negative about things. People don't want to be negative about things, and I get that. I don't want to be negative about things. If there are negatives, then you just don't talk about them. That's kind of the way of things these days, or otherwise you get attacked and get a lot of fallback. But, you know, there are times when things need to be said. Ha. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? House of Rub rules, not wrong. Not wrong. The last thing that I would like to think, like, I try to be careful when I'm, you know, getting quite hyped about a game. I tried to be careful with this one, but I just couldn't help myself. It's just too good. It is just that good. It is just too good. Where's the fucking key? Shit. Better go looking. Sure, it's been this way. Maybe there was a room off of this one. Yes, there is. Yeah, I had to be very careful with this game because there's been a few times where I'm like, is this game this good? Like Hellsweepers, I think is a really good game. But as I said, I've put the caveat on there that, like, you know, it's hard. And to play it well, you need to have very good VR legs. And you kind of need to be able to play it well to do well at it. Well, I did just get turned around then, so I'm not getting stopped from turning around. Another cool thing, traps kill enemies. I do like that in games like this. Damn it. You're not wrong, Opsa, and I reckon that this... I mean, I'm being very unforgiving. I'm being very unforgiving with the fact that it's hard plastic. It's kind of like a very unforgiving hard foam. Like, yeah, it's just a weird choice of material. Pico did something similar, but at least that one had a little bit of give to it. This one just feels like they're trying to vacuum pack your face. Ah, here we go. This is what we need. This is the map. Maps are very cool. You can hold it in your hand and keep it secret. Keep it safe. No, this is my map. You can't see where we're going. I'll tell you. Or, if you are more of a team player, you can pop it on the floor. Wow. And then everybody can see the map. But no. This is my map. You can't see it. Go that way. Sort of play. Haven't done that yet, but it's coming, I'm sure. So you get like a full 3D view of the dungeon, and this is another one of those things. There's a lot of things in this game that I haven't talked about, where forcing cooperation in a cooperative game, because I'm sure we've all played cooperative games where you're not really working together, you're just three individuals running around in the same place. At least things like this make you feel like you're all gathered round and looking and doing things. No, the map is mine and it stays with me, and only I may look at it. Okay, just me, not you. Yes, lovely map. So, but it's all of these factors that make you feel like you are playing a cooperative game, and they give you that cooperative feeling amongst your teammates. You know, sharing potions and talking about keys and holding on to gems for Von because she's gempty. You'll be hearing that phrase a lot from all of us, gempty. And when you give her the gem, she then says that is very generous of you. These are all things that will probably be in my future videos. So, but yeah, another like cool feature 3461 about Dungeons of Eternity. There are many. But yeah, these traps can damage enemies. There are all sorts of traps in the games later, and some of them are absolutely fucking hilarious to let enemies walk through at you. Quiet. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, right? If there wasn't a stat at the end of a dungeon that says that this person collected the most gold, then you wouldn't see me flying off into the distance picking up all the gold as quickly as possible. Top tip for you looters out there as well. You can only pick up gold with one hand on the grip button if you are only using one hand, and there is kind of like a little bit of a time delay after you've picked up gold before you can pick up the next one. Get all the gold by gripping with both hands, so you will often see me running into a map doing this. Because that's how we loot. Now, this one does have a little bit of a graphical glitch, but if you look up, you can grab hold of this. For some reason, this chain likes to disappear. So, again, little things. So this is where, like, for instance, we only have one key. I don't really want to come all the way back here. So knowing loot rarity and chest rarity, again, I'll be doing this in a video, one of my 30 ticks, I'm sure. This is a medium chest. It does not have a skull on it and does not have... It doesn't look very ornate, does it? Now, this one's got a skull on it. Skull chests are better. We've only got the one key, so this is the choice that we make. If we find more keys, we can always come back for it, but that might take ages. So we've got a cosmetic there, another common maul. Now we can go proper hammer time, though. But note how that was a different model maul as well. It isn't just the same one, different colours. There's lots and lots and lots of different swords and different axes and all sorts of different bits and pieces. I don't think anyone said skull yet. Sorry, The looty tunes. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. So yeah, another little shout out for what Von's got going on at the moment. She's taken it upon herself to make a proper Facebook group, similar to what we have with the IDU group, or what we've had with the IDU group. This game's going to need something like that even more so. Now, there is an official one, but I don't think it's being, like, moderated or looked after. It's one of those official ones where you just follow it, and occasionally they post a thing. But there's, you know, nobody can post to it, I don't think. I've tried posting videos and various bits and pieces to it, and I can't get the permission to do it, and I don't think anyone else can. So, thankfully, Von stepped in, so we've all got somewhere to go. What I will do, because I haven't had a chance in this description... I'm sure Von will throw it in the chat for us again if anybody wants to join it. This is where we all are. This is how you organise your dungeon raids with other people. If you are struggling with the game, we've got lots of people who know how to play it. And I'm there as well. So, you know, I don't know how to play this game, but I can probably muddle you through. And, yeah, the Facebook group is exactly for that. I think it's going to be very important because, you know, people like playing together with people. That's the whole point of a cooperative game. And then you've got somewhere to go to look. So, let's carry on, shall we? Hopefully we do get a crossbow. I will show off some of the higher level play. Maybe after we've given the next key away. Just so you can see how it goes. But hopefully... Yeah, we want as many... But yeah, of course. I know, right? Hopefully we get plenty of people joining. Now, this is why this feature is quite useful. I know that room because I've seen that there's only so many rooms that can be locked behind these style of doors. I know that room, and I know that there is a big boy chest round that corner there. So I need 2 keys to get in there. No, you're not. You're not wrong. I would, mate. I would. I think this game is going to be, or I think it already is huge. This one is second, last I checked, in the top sellers. Behind Beat Saber. So that gives you an idea of where this one is hitting people. Right in the wallets! To be fair, for the amount of content that I've had out of this game, and I'm not talking as a creator because I don't do those words, it's already up and running, mate. Von will put the link in the description for you. The proper one. There is... Basically, there are 2. There is the one that Siobhan's doing, and there is the official one. The official one seems to be kind of sitting on its hands and doing nothing. So, Siobhan has taken it upon herself to get it all organised and do what she does best. Okay, here's our crescendo event. And yeah, what I'll do, because I haven't had chance, is I will put the Facebook address in the comments after we finish the live stream, along with other things. Right, let me just have a quick check on the old battery. I know, it's doing all... Oh, I bet it wasn't bloody charging. Oof, lucky it was. Right. So as I say, it's like the lighting, a lot of these design decisions and how they have been done. Yeah, Von's got the monopoly on everything these days. Don't ever land on anything as Siobhan's, she'll send you bankrupt. I'm telling you now. You wait till she's got hotels on everything. Fuck. Anyway, so... let's start the event, shall we? Need to get my eye in. Oh, okay. Cool. Skulls in the chat. Skulls in the chat. You have until I finish this crescendo. Could even take a bit of cover here, look. And that's why you don't horizontal, people, look. See? Can't horizontal here. Oh, no. Vertical. Yes. Vertical will step off a little bit, though. Ooh. This motion does get a little bit of getting used to, but you can get a good rate of fire out of it. Those who play In Death Unchained will be happy to know that the... Damn! Will be happy to know... Ooh, my grip button's going again. Damn it! Might have to do something else and not bow. Ah! Aha! Battery! Go, go, gadget battery. Oh no, I fixed my grip button the other day. 2 for 1. I fixed my grip button the other day on my Quest controller, and it's feeling like it's sheared again. Ugh. Why am I having to face a beholder at this level? Maybe if we're really quiet, it'll fuck off. Or, perhaps, this beholder's vision is based on movement. So if we stand completely still, it might not get us. No. He's got stuck, which is probably good news for us. Sucks to be you, buddy. Yes. You don't find enemies glitching out a massive amount. But yeah, so that's one of the crescendo event monsters, or just one of the kind of mini bosses. So, very much like a beholder. I got lucky then, the fact that that glitched out. That was like a Gabe glitch, that was. Lovely. Because they will come after you and they will just fucking eat you whole. And it's hilarious when it happens to your friends. Right. That'll do us. Give another one away then, Von. Pick us a winner. This game is accommodated for on seating. No, I know, right? The thing is, you can expect these sort of things when there's lots and lots of different kinds of bombs, enemies and bosses and all sorts of bits and pieces across loads and loads and loads of different maps and modules and various bits and pieces. So, you know, it's kind of to be expected that you might get a little glitch here and there. So, but yeah. A lot of people play this game seated. I'm just weird. I play everything, well, most things standing. Did we get any actually decent gear on that run? Not really. I don't know, that sword's pretty cool looking, right? Oh, well done, Cat. Excellent work. Well, this is kind of what I think as well. Plus, I can turn faster when I'm standing than when I'm seated. There you go. I've got my photographer. Hey! There you go. Told you to hold out. Now then. Let's have a look-see. don't think we've got anything. Nope. Nope. I don't think we've got an awful lot more that I can do with this character other than just playing through the game, but it's going to be quite a long experience for me to be able to show much more off. So, but I also don't want to spoil anything. So, but my grip button is starting to go bad. Damn. No, she'll have to listen to me even more so now. Oh, and hello, Liz. Welcome in. Right. What time are we on? past. I'll return to the main menu, and then should we go and have a look at some slightly higher gameplay? Some slightly new things. I won't play my full-on character. I'll play a little bit further on, where I've got a nice shiny shirt and a little stupid hat. So this is another character. We won't play my high level one. Almost at 50. We'll be there by the end of the week, hopefully. We'll go for level 13. Little 13 action. So, I think those three, that's Adam, John, and Sarah, are all on and playing together at the moment, I would imagine. If there was a space free for me, I would literally, there would be a join button there. I would press it, and I would just go straight into their lobby. If they are mid-dungeon, then if you've ticked the right options, you can actually join their dungeon there and then. If you... Yeah, no worries. Oh, good timing then. You can join dungeons as they are going, or you can join and wait in the lobby for them to finish the dungeon, and then they'll all come back in and collect you up. Anyway, so let's go, let's accelerate on a little bit to some of what you're going to be seeing. So that is generally the gameplay loop, but obviously enemies get harder. I got VR for the reason of immersion, and I'm the same. So, let's have a look at what we have here. So, we've got some things and some stuff. As you can see, we can get quite a substantial shield within the game. Sword and board gameplay is how I want to experience the melee, but I'm not ready for it yet because I'm liking the bow and crossbow gameplay. I'll wait until I get to level 50 and get to the point where maybe I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of bow and crossbow. That may never come. But when I do, I want to go out sword and board. There are some enemies that will require me to throw the weapon at them. But the fact that, you know, you can hold, you can change which way you hold the shield as well and spin it around as you want it. There are lots and lots and lots of different shields. This is a bit silly in that when you pull the shield from your back, it pulls upside down. But it's just a quick little spin round and you're back in. And all the shields have all different motifs and looks and can shine, and they can even have special effects and various bits and pieces. So it's all very cool. Staffs are, we talk to Von about staffs, but the shock staff is basically kind of like an unholy wind, but on steroids. And this is one of the cool things, is like Von likes her wand gameplay, and she likes using this, and it has had me in fucking stitches. Like, she's got one wand that blasts people, and her blasting stuff off of ledges and all the bones falling on top of you because they've disintegrated in the air is brilliant. Her using, she's got a levitation staff where she can grab hold of something that you are fighting and then just sling it across the room, and you get to see it as well. That's the cool part. You get to see that enemy go Ruh! And just jerk backwards and out of the way. Hopefully we'll get to show that off a little bit later on. And what else have we got? There are other weapons as well. I think this is I think that's the lightning staff. Potentially. Which one is that one? Oh, that's the one that blows them down. That's the one that blows them away. We've also got the ice staff if you want to get your Ghostbuster vibes going. Don't cross the streams. And then we move on to various crossbows and various bits and pieces I've got. I think I've got a decent amount of weaponry as well. So you get various different kinds of damage and various different kinds of... Oh, it's very awesome to see. Maybe we'll have a look at that later. All of the weapons based on things like sorceress damage and flame and ice and what else is there? And poison and all these various things. They all have very unique effects on all the weapons. And again, it's something that I really like in games where, you know, they could just say that it's got sorceress damage and just have the same standard hammer model over and over again, but they don't. A lot of these ones are quite normal. There we go, look, maces in the game. Sword and mace, lovely. So, let's maybe do a little bit of... It does look just like that. So, here's a top tip for you as well, if you are using various magical bows. And look at them, they're different as well. A lot of different designed bows within the game, and then the different magics and the different things that you get on top of them change them up again. Yeah, I think the maces are quite a low level thing, to be honest with you. So let's see if... Does it work with this one? I don't know. There you go. So one of the cool things is you don't always get the arrow for the effect that you have. But one of the things that I found is you can pull arrows out of your quiver until you get a special arrow, which then allows you to kind of preload one of the good arrows. Oh, this is taking a while. God, I'm probably not going to get one again. There you go. Lower tier weapons, I believe, have a lower chance of pulling their special arrows. But what you can do is, when you're at a lull, you can keep on pulling arrows out of your quiver to make sure that you've got a good first shot as you enter a new room. Oh, look, 2 in a row. You can also do the same. You could indeed. Yeah, no, you could indeed. So, let's see. So, with the crossbow. So, for those of you who are normal crossbow users, you could just normally use the crossbow. And you can actually use it like a rifle. And it's actually quite accurate and very powerful. However, those of you who know me and my particular set of skills will know that I hold the crossbow in the wrong hand, or my off hand. And the reason being is because I can manipulate the trigger at the firing mechanism with my right hand a lot better than my left. I don't need my left hand to do an awful lot other than point forward. And so then I can get a decent rate of fire out of this thing. And you can also do the same with the crossbow, is fire off the shots that you don't need until you load a good one, an ice one, and then that's your opening volley. And if everybody on your team does that, it's very cool to send all that special shit flying into the room as soon as enemies are triggered. But as you can see, we can get quite a sweet tune out of the crossbow as far as rapid fire is concerned. The one caveat to all of this, though, is that the crossbow has normally a little bit of recoil. You'll see that when I fire, it jumps slightly, and what that means is that you can get a fast rate of fire going, but it makes your crossbow jump a little bit all over the place. So that means that you can use a really good fast rate of fire when enemies are very close, but then when they're at a distance, you keep it a little bit slower. So again, kind of like IDU in that regard for how I use it. The crossbow in IDU is kind of like a laser when you do this, what I would class as the gunslinger style, because you're kind of fanning the crossbow action like you would a you know, a revolver or whatnot. There is, for those of you who do like the gunslinging style, there is a skill within this game, or rather a special thing that you can get for the weapon within this game called reload. And basically what reload does is, depending on the level of the weapon, you reload it and then you get to fire multiple times before reloading it again, and the recoil is gone. So you can fire this at an even faster rate than what you can rattle off shots with on the crossbow in IDU, and you only have to load every 4 shots, or every 5 shots, or every 6, or I think one of us, I think Mr. Fish is up to a 6 shot. The reload crossbow's so good. Definitely meta. Hello, Mike. I might be along shortly then in that case, but cheers, Fish. So, we will do a little bit more delving with a bit of crossbow play, and then maybe we'll see about giving away another key, and then I'll see about joining somebody, maybe showing off a little bit of the multiplayer. See, this is the only concern that I have with the multiplayer, is I can just about manage talking about the game, chatting, and you know, interacting with you guys in chat, which is kind of the reason why I'm here. If I then add the third layer of trying to chat with people in the game as well, something's got to give, and more often than not, it'll be chat. So it's kind of the reason why I don't like playing cooperatives on live streams. But hey, I didn't like having chat pumped into my ears, and then I did actually, but I just got used to it and I got better at it. So maybe I just have to pull my finger out and just learn how to do just one more thing at the same time. Let's do another dungeon delve, but on a different biome. So let's try the lava-y looking one. And we'll try it with the crossbow this time. Oh, hang on. Hang on! No, I can't not go in with all the weapons. Bear with. I think we've got some exos. Yeah, true, right? Let's get some weapons on. Right-hand side. That's this side. We'll have... yeah, mace. Mace on the right, and... you can't double... well, you can double up if you have 2 versions or 2 variants of them. Nope. Look, see? Little Spartha there, I think that is. Standard kind of short sword. Standardy kind of short sword. Maul. Different coloured maul. Same model, but... oh no, slightly different. Doesn't have all the ornate stuff on the handle. Standard axe. Truncheon. That's what the bobbies in my country carry. It's totally not. Right, so let's have the ensourced sword. Does elite damage, and there's lots and lots of different things, and the one weapon can have multiple, and it glows all the colours of the rainbow. I have a sword that looks like a fruit salad. It really annoys me, the colour and texture of that sword, especially the fact that it's one of the strongest swords in my entire arsenal. It looks rubbish, because let's face it, we're all about the looks, right? It does, like, you know, this crossbow looks cool. It's got equivalent of Winter's Bite on it, and it's great. Now, Winter's Bite, though, has one small problem. Although it scales with level... at level 50, I have been told that things take a turn. I haven't been told much more than that, and I didn't ask for much more than that. I don't want to know. But from what I can gather, what you've got to ask yourself... oh, you can get something very close to a rainbow sword, let me tell you, Kim. So what I think is going to happen at the end game is there's just going to be another plethora colour of enemies, or maybe some combinations of colours of enemies, and things are going to crank up. As me and various people have been playing it, there's more and more enemies on screen now. There's more and more coming at the party. There's just more happening, and enemies are getting harder. We haven't seen anything new for probably the last 20 levels, but we have seen variations of the different things that are in there. There are quite a lot of enemies in the game, I will tell you that. But there's not a massive number of types, but there's lots and lots and lots of variations of them. But yeah, there's, as I said, the thing you got to ask yourself is 50 levels, okay? Now, how many people are going to put the time into this game to get to level 50? Well, I don't know. Seeing as pretty much everybody is capable here, anybody who can play a game is capable of getting to level 50 in this game at some point. It is one of those things. It's a grind, but it is inevitable. Whereas with IDU, that isn't the case. You can't always get to the top level of play within that game because you might not be able to unlock all the achievements. Oh, look. Archers. So now we've got archers to deal with and sorcerers. And note the different colours and the changes in magic. And I can just bop them with my crossbow whilst they're frozen, which is very cool. I can even throw my crossbow at him if I want to before I go in for the kill. So crossbow, very good. Very good bit of kit. With freeze is one of the better weapons. You can't normally hand-to-hand combat weapons, but when you freeze them, you can hand-to-hand in this. Like, I can't go up to this guy now. Oh. Maybe he hit my crossbow, potentially, there. Yeah. Those archers are bastards, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, you can't normally... I think he hit the crossbow there. Can't... No, well, you say that. You say that, but with the... With the way that you can cradle the crossbow like a rifle, and then that in combination with the reload skill at what is probably going to be its top level of 7 shots, you've almost got a 7-shot semi-automatic weapon here. So if you can imagine, I've got that there, and I can ADS and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reload. And that's not to say that that reload skill doesn't go higher. Part of the reason why I do it on the other side is because I'm not great. Thank you, Von. I'm not great with my left hand for reloading the crossbow. It just doesn't compute well for me. But what does, because I'm right-handed, what does is this doesn't need to do a lot, this hand. So I'll assign what doesn't need to do a lot to my left. The one that needs the dexterity, the one that needs the speed and the quickness and the rapidness is my right. And that's why I developed doing that. So, right, battery check. Yes, I think we're good. Doesn't seem to be draining it quite as badly tonight, which is a good thing. Cool. But yeah, this one is a battery killer, let me tell you now. Might be more to do with when you are playing it multiplayer with others as well, because that'll be additional strain. Hi. Dragons. We haven't fought dragons yet, but you can see that they are flying around. There's the possibility that at level 50, dragons. Possibly. You might do, but then this is the other thing as well, is do you want to keep to the same style so that you don't potentially ruin your IDU game? One of the things that I will say is, obviously, I've been able to hit my beats on this game very quickly as far as the bow is concerned, because the bow mechanics are very similar. Once we get trigger on, I think I'll be better again by another order of magnitude. But for now, it's grip, and it works. It works well. Hello, kicking. Yeah, they'll do that. Hello, kicking, and yeah, that happens. It's not the greatest first game experience for people if they're new to VR, I'll tell you that. Hell, it's not the greatest of VR experiences if you're not new to VR. It's, it can be fucking terrifying when you first start that game. You don't know what's out there, it's all horrible, shadowy. Right. So again, you can see that another palette, very different. Some of them share some similarities, nudge-ish. Some of them share some similarities. Some of them are like night and day. And what I'm hoping for this game is more biomes, more tiles, more weapons, more cosmetics, just more enemies, more enemy types. I'd love to see a bit that's dedicated to like orcs and goblins and other enemies of the fact, like, you know, elves and, or dark elves. Well, I know, I'll fight the elves. Fuck them. Let's be dark elves. But yeah. Let's get those skulls in. You have until I have explored this very, very dark corridor. So again, here is another very cool feature. So I'm alright because I've got a loaded crossbow. And we've done this as well when you're playing. It's quite difficult though. We're probably going to have to do it this way. Do I need that? Yep, I do. But look at that. Now this is all baked in and lighting effects. There's nothing particularly special going on here. But if you don't stay within whoever's the torchbearer, and there can only be one, you will get into the dark and then you won't be able to find where you're going. So you have to stay with the torchbearer, as you should. Forced cooperation. It's fucking brilliant. You know, if you're going to do some dungeon exploring, this is what you want, right? Yeah. Damn. These are not particularly great. Not particularly great. It's very dark. I mean, I can give you an example. Oh, why didn't I give him an example? Ooh, key. But, you know, how cool a feature is this? And this section, there can be. This gets worse as well. These sections, as you level up, seem to get longer and a little bit more intricate. I'm hoping they get lots more intricate. I've been told by somebody that they had a dungeon where one of them had to keep hold of this whilst they were fighting enemies. And that to me is like, well, then you need to protect the torchbearer whilst the enemies are coming out at you at the darkness? What a fucking great idea! Why hasn't it been done already? Let's go and have a look in the darkness, shall we? I can't see a fucking thing. Thankfully, I can see there, but, you know, if I walk off into the darkness and lose sight of that corner, I'm not going to know which direction to go. That's the only lighting graphical glitch that I've seen when you go from a dark area to one of these areas. It's, yeah, well then you just be the person with the torch. And I'll protect you, don't worry. Way, steady on there. That's what we're there for, Nick. Hey. Ow. I also find the crossbow quite powerful in regard to the fact that because you're holding it out in front of you, a lot of the time they hit your crossbow instead of you. But they can hit your crossbow out of your hand. I have had that plenty of times. This part's very cool as well, because they actually hide levers behind things in the darkness. Some of these rooms you will see more often than not. Like, this is a very cool room. And, you know, you can jump on top of things as well. And there's stuff up here, as you'd expect, you know. Ask Von. Yeah, right. Ask Von. She's a real-life librarian. This is where they store things, on the top of the shelves. That's where they put their lunch, the gold, keys, the best books, They all go up there so that people can't reach them, and then they shuffle their little librarian ladders out, scurry all the way to the top, grab their lunch, grab the keys, grab the gold, grab the best books, scurry back down again, and then hide the ladder so that people can't get up there. So it's all factual. This is how libraries work. And I appreciate the fact, and I hope Von does as well, that the team responsible for this game actually put the research in to find all of that out as well. I think it's, the attention to detail that Otherworld games, I believe it is, that have put in with, just the library side of things is fantastic. And it's what all VR games should try and capture. Yeah, no snakes here. Thankfully. So, right, we've done everything. There's a way that way. There wasn't any chests off that way. Fall damage is a thing. I've got plenty of potions, but listen to this sound. Ugh, I fucking hate fall damage in this game because the sound effect on it is so crisp and nasty. That was probably one of the lighter ones. Right, back up to 100%. Let's go. Floor is lava. And so you can see now that the skeletons are also different colours. And one of the things I thought was quite clever is that they wear the same armour that you can get. And what a great way. Oh, it's fucking horrible. Note how, all of the enemies can be dressed up in the same garb that you can get. So you may be thinking like, well, what kind of things can? I don't know why the texture isn't usually like that. Some kind of failure there. That might be because I'm streaming, maybe, I don't know. Normally, that actually looks quite good. It looks like quite misty. So a lot of the enemies wear the same garb that you can get. So, more often than not, if you see an enemy wearing something in this game, you can get it too. And these red ones... those red ones do more damage, they're faster, they take more damage as well. Later on, you'll get, like, blue ones that will freeze you to the spot and often pin you. If you get pinned and you haven't got anyone around to help you, they can just chunk away at your life and you're dead. You can, when you get frozen in this game, I'll try and show it off, you do get a little bit of movement, but not much. Ideally, you want to be rescued, or don't let them hit you. Blue enemies are the worst. Blue giant wasps are the very, very worst. Special place in hell. Oh. If you do fall off... Good job I showed that off, as per example A. So, if you do fall off in... This is something that I don't agree with. I think that if you fall off, you should be down. Not in solo, but in multiplayer. So people then have to come and revive you. It's standard, you go down, hold A on the person, revive them. Also, if you fall from a great height and die... and break your legs, and it looks fucking horrendous. Oh, well done, Fitz. Oh, that means Weeb's got it then. Fucking hell. So... yeah, just simples. Don't let them hit you. I guess I'll have to play with Weeb now. Don't congrat Fitz, he's given it away. Well, to be fair, I don't mind Fitz actually thinking on. I don't mind Fitz entering on Weeb's behalf because Weeb's isn't doing it as well. So it's not like he's got twice the chance of winning sort of thing. Yeah, just send it to Weeb's. So, let's carry on, shall we? Let's see. I can't do it. You can't see where you're going. If it's short enough and you've maybe saved this dungeon, you'd be able to run through it. But we kind of need to negotiate and navigate via the torch. Well, yeah, Weebs couldn't be here tonight, despite me, you know, putting this up for ages. He had other pressing matters. But the fact, you know, if Weebs was in here voting for it, and I would tell Fitz to not. Or if Fitz got it, I would re-roll it. But Weebs isn't in here, because, you know, I don't want to give anybody, like, more of a chance of winning than others. Yeah, well, you know, well, you say that, but he'll want to play with me, so who's really the winner there, eh? Also, I think a lot of the weapons... with your sword. That's why you got a sword. Ah! No! Naughty spider! That actually full-on latches onto your face as well. Let me see if I can make it happen. It's very good animation on the spiders as well. They're very creepy. They're not that fast, thankfully. Oh, I don't think that one's a jumper. Not interested. So yeah, they're not all jumpers. Sorry, hey! They do jump. That was him jumping down on me. They're... I mean, zombies aren't. Skeletons are very... Very minute... Hey! So, look, I put it all on. You know, I'm a very good actor. Fee. Very good actor. And again, with the web coding, you as a team can come and hide here and then let the idiots come through and they just get sliced. Brilliant. And if someone was watching you right now, they would see exactly the same thing. No, I've had to fight in the dark once or twice. But that was when we destroyed... pots in the dark and spiders come out like that. Are you a jumper? You a jumper? No. Very good animation and model on that. Very creepy. I'm not a fan of spiders either. As you probably heard earlier when I was acting. Yeah, we need to get all of the keys given away before I can get Von in. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to have the capacity to multiplay tonight because my right controller, I can feel the grip button going and I've only just glued it. So if it's going again, I need to get on top of it and re-glue it. And I've got a Quest 3 stood right over there, doing nothing. How very annoying. Is that upstairs? Yes. Hey, well, yeah, but these are computer-generated spiders. That doesn't even count, does it? Yeah. The other thing that worries me as well is, or the other thing that annoys me is, as I think I've said previously, the cups that I have for the Pro Tube, the Quest 2 ones, fit the Quest 3. Now, apparently, the Quest 2 ones interfere with some of the tracking things within the handle of the Quest 3 one. Could be a marketing line, so everybody has to buy the Quest 3 ones. Could be true. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sure they've done their research and I'm sure that is the case. However, I'm very used to playing games with grips on my controllers. You need grips on this game for your controllers if you are going to be doing the throwing actions. Believe you me. Like a lot with weaponry. Throwing the odd grenade or popping the odd potion, fair enough. But chucking axes, you need to have that on. And I don't, and I do chuck axes occasionally, very occasionally, and I don't want to send my control pad into the wall because it is held together with just spit and dreams at this point, and impacting it on a wall, I don't think it'll do very well. So, yeah. So, but I think we've, how many keys we got left now? Is it just the one, Von? I've not been king count. I think there's just the one. I think there's just the one left. So, yeah, that's a good chest. We'll have that one. And as I said, I do plan on streaming this one quite a lot and hopefully doing some more giveaways for it. Ooh, rare exotic bow, you say? And there is something quite cool about that as well, in that weaponry, all the weaponry is randomly generated. So it'll have a rarity, it'll have a type, and then it'll have various effects on top of that as well. And a lot of that information you're not going to know until you get back and fabricate it. So that bow probably is absolute trash. But there's me all the way through this dungeon going, I can't wait until I get home and fabricate my exotic elite bow. It's going to be so great. And then obviously we'll get back there and like filled with regret. But the fact that, you know, you're excited about the prospect of getting home and having a roll at getting something awesome. So, but we know how these games work. We know how RNG works. I've got to say it enough so that it does takes pity on me and gives me something amazing. Doubtful. Doubtful. Yeah, no worries, Kim. That's fine by me. Right, where are we going? Have we got the map? We have got the map. That's helpful. Don't look. I'll decide. Where are we going? There's a chest over there. My map. Oh, you're seeing what I'm seeing. Damn it. Right, okay. So, there is a little bit of lighting effect there. Look at that. Lovely. It's a very cool effect as well. They're really taking a lot of what VR should be doing already and implementing it into games. I can't think of any other games that haven't done that, and it's such a simple... Well, I'm sure it isn't simple, but it's such a cool system. So, probably that way then. That's where we came in, so we just want to head that way. One of the cool things as well is as your arrow moves about the map, say for instance we didn't know which the end room one was, we could direct somebody to the chests by setting here. My team have done it for me before. It's like, yep, next left, yep, next left, yep, through that door, that's the one that we want, but don't get the one through the door, get the chest that's in the middle of the room or whatnot. And then you can press a button so that you get an outline of people and see where they are. One of the other cool things as well, and I'd highly recommend now that the joining system is working properly, is that you do not play this game in the meta chat. Not that it's very good. The game does feature full VoIP. And one of the things that is awesome is if you're a couple of rooms along, we won't be able to hear each other. If you're in the next room, I'll have to raise my voice. As those of you who watch me know, I have no problems with doing that. If you are 2 rooms away, you'll be able to hear me, but everybody is quiet in comparison to me, so I probably won't be able to hear you. And I think if you get like 2.5, 3 rooms away, no one can hear anybody. And that's good, because people can get into fucking trouble and then have to be rescued. And what better can you have in a dungeon exploring game than that? Someone fucking off, getting into trouble, and then you have to come and get them. Yeah, it puts me to normal volume levels. Normal. Oh, that can break the game. Top tip to people, it's a bug that they are working on. If you have a lit torch, do not throw it into the next room. It can crash the game. These are little things that you shouldn't be doing anyway, but I've done it before, but I'll tell you not to do it. There's only a chance that it'll crash the game as well. I've only had it crash once or twice, I think, so... No, you only see the players that you're playing with. Oh, is that there? Oh, we've got the skeleton key. There it is. Look at that. Lovely. All the gems. No, you only see the party that you are playing with. But then this is the other thing as well, is this is the very beginning of this game. Von was telling me the other day that Hellsweepers are looking at getting that from a 2-player cooperative game up to a 4-player cooperative game. What's to say that they don't get this from a 3-player? They might add 6-player dungeons in it later on. Who knows? I'm hoping that they put it... Oh, he missed. He missed. They might increase the player count up on this up to 4. Brilliant. And a key for me. Lovely. Ooh, what's through here? Oh, that's a big boy chest. We need another key. We need another key. That's a pricks in this game. My top strategy, if you get bats on you, first off, draw both weapons. Secondly, just do that and you might hit them. That's all I got. What you should do is just walk backwards and then that'll draw the bat onto you and then you can usually bop them. Bats are horrible opponents in this game. They'll get all up in your hair and everything. It's disgusting. They can really cause panic. And do you know what? I wouldn't have bats any other way. They are a fantastic enemy that cause much faffing. And really, isn't that what we want? You know, I've shown it off watching Beanie, watching one of the greatest players in IDU history run across here being chased by bats waving his arms around in the air. Does it get much better than that? No, it doesn't. Ah, hold still whilst I aim at you. Poor you. So, the other thing as well is you can quite happily switch on the fly on this game with any weaponry that you have, which is another really cool... it doesn't seem to connect a lot of the time, I've found. When it does connect, it proper latches on, and other people get to see it as well, and it looks horrible. I wonder if there's like a chance of it not happening. Yeah, might be something to do with the fact that I've got the crossbow. And it's hitting that. But yeah, they proper latch on and it looks fucking disgusting. So. Inventory full. Oh, we do need a heal though. Glub, 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 glub. You just have to roll that over your head for a heal. You don't need to do much more than that. But you know, immersion. I can't see any problems in a room like this. No, not at all. What a lovely room of death. Anything in there? No. Now we're full on potions, but if I throw them ahead of me... No, true. Smash them up. Not wrong. Not wrong. That's the first thing that I thought of. First thing I thought of. Now, see, the thing is, right now, hang on, who said that? Right, now you say that, Melissa. Thank you, my Lord Beavis. Thank you very much. The one thing that I will say about this game is... play it with friends. Play it with... The graphics aren't as serious as in Death Unchained. Play it with friends. And then that is one of the benefits you have, is you can play it with people. And if, like, this is something that we haven't been able to done. Think of the amount of people that you have met and know and chat to and had laughs with, and you've never even played with them, but you just know them through IDU and the leaderboards. Now all of a sudden we have a place where crossbow and bow users can come together at last and just play together. And even people who want to use a mace, they're welcome too. And people who want to use a sword, they can come as well. It's great. I'm very much looking forward to, with Beanie and Dowie probably, doing a stream where we just literally do sword and shield gameplay between the three of us and do a proper shield wall. I think we would struggle between three of us to do a full testudo formation, but we could try with three of us, because the shields are in the game that would allow us to do a testudo formation. But anyway, right, let's get this crescendo event. Yeah, no worries, dude. Glad I can help on any game. Be it this or Into the Radius or whatever. We're not done with Into the Radius, though. I got Quest 3 to go through on that. I'm planning on doing a full playthrough on Into the Radius in the future. On Quest 3. Because fuck PCVR, right? We're almost there. I was very tempted, if I'm honest, to go and get an elite strap with battery. But it's like 130 quid. I've just shelled out 600. Then I've got to pay like almost a quarter again. Fuck off. Thankfully, I didn't impulse buy it. I could have. Look at the maneuverability on these brothers. Ooh. Siphon, can't hear ya. There isn't a Stalker Mob standalone, unfortunately. Shit. Come across my back! Hey! Damn. Yeah, the cables are ridiculous. Right, let's get that last giveaway done. My right controller is ready to die. That was very limp-wristed of me. Good dodge. But yeah, let's get those skulls in the chat. Last giveaway key to go. You have until a time and a place. Wait, Liz, we've... Discount code is in the description, but Liz, we're giving away keys. So enter the giveaway and see if you win. Yeah, I'm rubbish at throwing. But yeah, skulls in the chat for a chance of winning the last key that we have going for today. Ow. I do love... Damn. And also, anyone who is using my code to do it, most appreciated, because it allows me to approach the devs and go, look how many costs, look how many copies I might have sold. And I know, might give me a little bit more sway with them, getting some more codes at the very least. So please do. Ah, you were dead frozen. No, that's a good... Well, I'll be honest with you. Memory is as memory does. I forgot, but yes, you can go back. Which one was it? I think it was that one. As long as you don't stand near the little sentinel thing, the little Imperial probe droid, when it goes up, then you're fine. You can go back and just go through the dungeon to your heart's content. It's also one of the things that the haste potion is for. No chest! Tie-dye colour. Rare ballista. It could be so good. Couldn't it be amazing? Let's go find out now. Also note that when you have looted a room, there are sometimes little tiny pots left over. Little tiny pots need smashing too. They usually have things in them. Any more haste potions? Yes. Uh-oh. Ow. I think they... Like, this game should have the run mechanic in it. You should, if you want to sprint, you should have to drop weapons and do the armed motions. I think that's another thing that's missing from a lot of games as well. Because it can mean that you can make a tactical sprint, but people will see you doing this, and it's hilarious watching someone doing it. Well, that's part of the reason why I've kind of stayed away from the multiplayer, because I can interact with you guys a lot easier. And, quite right, Sarvis. Gotta go fast indeed. There we go, level 14. What did we get, chat? What did we get? So yeah, I think there's going to be good things for us at level 50, but the getting to level 50 has probably taken me just under 100, or maybe just over 100 dungeon runs, like separate dungeon runs. So, you know, and I've enjoyed every single one, and most of them have been with friends. And it's been really, really fun. And you know what? That's something that's definitely missing from the higher end of IDU, and my VR life at the moment is fun. It's all well and good competing, but this is just good. And there's very transferable skills from IDU to this. So the Enterprise can beam me back on board. Quite right. Quite right. Now then. Let us have a look at what we got. What did we win, chat? What did we win? Fabricate gear. So we got a rare longbow. Yeah. Bit shit. A rare exotic bow with elemental damage. Maybe. Put that straight on our back. Not bad. Win! Look at her glow. Look at her glow. And now, 1, 2. Oh, this is a low level one. But I get 2 shots per reload now. And when you get this up to higher level, you get 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. So good. Of course you did. Of course, well, you do. You'd got to go fast as. So yeah, there's a nice new weapon for us. And because there is an RNG factor, and if you go into the right dungeons and you get a lot of keys and you play them with groups and you open a lot of chests, there can be a lot. You can get a lot of things coming through. Oh, well done, Mr. Vega. Cool. I love it. So, yeah, now we can use it like a rifle. 1, 2. reload. 1, 2. And when you get that reload skill higher by getting a higher variant of the gun, then all of a sudden the crossbow becomes a bit of a rifle for you. And it's really good. Really good. So, but fuck that, let's get a bow back on. For the, I think I'll do... Does everyone want to see, like, the high end? Like, I'll go and play my top end character. I don't want to spoil too much is the only problem. What have I got bow-wise? Ooh. Ooh. That could be good. I'll save things like the force staff and the ice staff and such for when I'm playing with Von. In fact, that's the last key, isn't it, Von? Is that the last key? Well, yeah, to be fair, I'd imagine there's going to be people in the chat now who'll go anyway, because all the keys are gone, which is fair. You know, I get it. Key giveaway, key's gone now. Time to go. What do you reckon, Von? Do you want to come and staff, do some silly stuff for me? Cool. Right. It does. One of the things that it does allow... I'll turn the volume down a little bit. One of the things that it does allow is I can show you how good the system is. Let's come back out a second. Get the big boy character on. So who we got? Oh, young Michael's on as well, and he's on a crystal hunt. I don't know who he's with, though. So yeah, there you go. That's how we do it. So he's in a game at the moment. He's probably with one of these two. You literally... Well, let's go and have a look. This is the seamless experience. This is the reason why I held out doing a key giveaway on this game, because I wanted it to be just this. Oh, Mr. Fish! There he is over there, look. He can't hear me at the moment. Hello?
Hello.
Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love this fucking crossbow. He is alone.
I'm alone.
He's alone.
Always alone.
Look at this. Look at this get up. Glowing eyes. Flamey. This is the fruit salad look that I was saying about. Still quite cool though. How many are you firing now? 7?
7, yeah.
Here's my fruit salad sword. Sword fight, Mike?
I don't have a sword.
Oh, well, stick fight them.
Stick fight
Ow! I hope they put friendly fire in this game. I really, really do. So, this... Yeah, and apologies. Obviously, Mike, I'm streaming, so if I ignore you a bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cheers. So, this is the pyramid game type within this. So what we have to do is we need to go... Thank you, Cynthia. We need to go into these different rooms, retrieve the crystals, and then pop them in. Then we need to defend the crystal. So it's a little bit of a hunter-gatherer bit to begin with, and then we need to defend the pyramid. We are at the level now. How many have you got, Mike? Have you got them all?
All the crystals, yeah. You
Hold,
turned up just in time
wait,
for the
because Von's coming on as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hopefully she'll join. So yeah, Michael have been through all of here. Killed all the enemies, grabbed the crystals, dragged them back. One of the things that you can do as well is you can speedrun these. This is how you get exo points within the game. So for instance, on my exo points, I've got my crossbow and bows do 50% more damage. That's my hand one. My mind one is I gain 20% more coins when I pick them up, because why wouldn't I have more loot when I can have more loot? My chest one gives me regeneration, and my legs make me run and move faster overall. Is Von even on? She should be able to... Oh, hang on, we got it on private, that's why. Hey, there she is. Let's pretend that was cause and effect. There she goes, look. Right, Vaughn.
Remember cool seeing a chest.
Yeah.
What staff are you using?
Ice.
Does it work on the enemies in this?
Yes.
Oh, good, good. Cool, so we've got all of the crystals. Now, me and my team of ultimate badasses are going to destroy all the spectral stuff. The way that this is going to work is once somebody steps on that, one of these 3 pads, well, all of them can light up, but you step on one of these, and whilst the enemies are red, you can't kill them. When they are blue, you can. Yeah, let it go. You'll probably get an idea as we're playing it, so... You basically need to kind of work together. Strange that in a cooperative game, isn't it? So I'll step on a pad, which then gives us this ability to be able to shoot these guys and take them down. We need to be targeting the sorcerers as opposed to the skeletons. The skeletons are here to get us. The sorcerers are here to attack the pyramid. This one's red. I can't shoot it. They're going to get that. Now I can. Working together. It's a game. This is the higher level gameplay. You have to be quick and nasty here. Note how most of us are using crossbows as well. Crossbows for the win. You may also struggle to hear Von and Mr. Fish. And that's not my fault. That's not because I'm too loud. Sharp Von and Mike. It's because the game audio from you hearing people isn't very loud. If I have them in, say, Discord or the Facebook side of things, then it might be a problem. I got it. Sometimes as well you do get this, which is, I think, a little bit of nutsing. Note how he knocked my crossbow out of my hand? That's what they'll do. Yeah, I got a desynced one here. Someone else get him? The top tip that I can give you for this one, if you are struggling with this mode, if you are playing it, is push the sorcerers so that they engage you instead of the pyramid. Note how these guys are getting close to the sorcerers and getting all up on them, whether they can hit them or not. And the reason being is it stops them doing their beam attack on the pyramid, which is what destroys the crystals. Because we're trying to keep the crystals alive. We've got one more to go. Of course they are. And there you go. So we protected all 3 of the crystals because we're all fucking amazing. And then that now means that we get 3 exo points that I'll show you how that works when we get back. Was there any chests that we need to grab, Michael?
No.
Cool. Time to go.
Okay, no chests.
And so it's exactly the same single-player experience as it is multiplayer experience, except you've got 2 more people to rely on. Simple as that. Very easy to join as long as you have people on your friends list. You can hear each other in the loading menus as well. Who would have thought? Why would they put that in games these days, huh? What fucking idiot didn't oversaw that? The amount of times that I've been chatting away.
Yes.
And then it goes into a loading screen. And I lose my train of thought and no one can listen. I've been silenced by loading. Not in this game. Oh no. Some could say that's a good thing. Most would say it's a bad thing. See, I've got a nice big plethora of weapons and items. All sorts of rarities. Attack, explosive, undead, throw distance, attack power, elite damage. Then there's just the things that are like your gravity staffs and healing staffs. So you could play the healer if you wanted to as well. If you wanted to give up your back slot and just heal people, you could do that. You could go for the knife plays and, you know, throw distance and various bits and pieces like that. Nice little Spartan shield there for us. We're not far off of each other, actually. we're reasonably similar level. I am using that one. Yeah, I'm on 42. Von's on 40, and hello, Clueless. And Mike's the highest out of us at the moment. He's the one that's got the least life. He's on 48. Just before we go into another one as well, Von, can we go on a dungeon run? And Von, can you bring your funniest staff, please?
Gravity staff.
Gravity staff, that's the one. There is a leaderboard. Unfortunately, this leaderboard is just a collection of people that play the game a lot. There's, you just gold kills, gold collected, dungeons complete, crystals drained, souls harvested. So the more time you have, the more chance you have of being able to get on the top of these leaderboards. However, if you didn't get on at the start, then you've got a lot of catching up to do. But then there is the hope that, if the game doesn't do very well, that these people will stop playing and you'll just get up there and overtake them quite easily. However, we don't want that to happen. There isn't anything skill-based leaderboard-wise is my only concern at the moment. But I have been told by the developers that there are lots of other stats that they are tracking and lots of other bits and pieces that they are wanting to bring to the game. So, thing is, it's not a competitive game, but it will be by the time I'm fucking finished with it. I want this to be the dark and darker of VR, and it's got PvE down to a T. Now, if we could have player versus enemy versus players as well in the dungeon, wouldn't that be great?
Gems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the other thing. You are quite right, Cynthia. This is the start of things. This is the game at launch. Anybody?
Gems.
I haven't got anything. I'm Gemty, mate. Absolutely Gemty. That's Von's phrase, by the way. Gemty and gemful for empty and grateful. Ooh, Jellimal. These jump on your head as well and poison you. These are Von's phrases that I shall be stealing for various videos that I'm doing. Credit will be given, but only in private chats. So... my controller is starting to fail. Bear with. Hang on. Don't do funny things yet. Hang on. Changing battery. Right. Funny things, go.
Is that funny enough for you?
See? How are you not entertained? He cracked his head on that pillar so hard he now dead. Note the colours of these enemies as well. These ones will poison us when they get hit, which actually has the effect of slowing you. I think the purple ones are just the most powerful ones that we've come across at the moment. And look! Von can hold them up. Von can hold them up in the air, and then me and Mike can shoot the shit out of them. Cooperative! Yeah, it's, yeah, it can be a little bit, Well, one of the things I'm hoping to do is see what happens if we had 3 people on a 4 staff and pull things apart. Hello, Meg. Did you get this one? You've missed the giveaway, unfortunately, Meg, if that's what you're here for. But did you get this game in the end? Or if you need to look at the game, well, we've got some decent gameplay for you to have a look at. You might like it. You just might like it.
I think she has it.
Yes. And there's one thing worse than spiders. Bees.
I'm Gemty.
Yeah, so even Von can't help us now. Where is he? Have we got any keys? Oh, there he is. He's stuck. Good. Oh, no worries. Excellent, Meg. Make sure you're on the, I'm sure.
Oh, there's another one.
Ah, got you. Got you. Thank you. A nice one, Meg. But yes, you all need to, you all need to join the Facebook group and then, and the Discord as well that I've got set up. There, you know, as I said, as we talked about earlier,
There's a big ass check.
Von's got the monopoly on all of this. All hail our overlord Von. So yeah, join one of the various or both of the various things, and then we can all connect and play the game together. And anyone who's struggling, I can make you not struggle. And anybody who's doing better than me at this game, they can just fuck off. So as you can see, the enemies that we're facing now are of a completely different tier and type as to what you guys were looking at. Can shoot their legs on arms off as well. I think it's only those ones. Oh, nice one. Well done, thank you for the Facebook linkage. I will put it in the comments as well. So for anybody watching this post live, hello. Yeah, I have played it on the Quest 3, but it's one of those ones where you literally toggle a slider. So I don't think they've done anything specific. It doesn't feel like they've done anything specific for the Quest 3, but it does look better. It looks like it's just had like a sharpness filter put on it.
Gems, 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 gems.
I didn't get any gems.
I got 2.
Oh, there you go. Mike's got it sorted.
I have
Mike will allow you to fuel the staff of fun.
Give it to me.
enjoy.
These are how I managed to trap Von. I put it down in a place that you could close a gate. And it did an excellent job.
Sorry,
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokey Von.
that's where we can
I like the regular bow. The crossbows, at the moment, I haven't got a bow that's powerful enough to be able to keep up with what I can do with the crossbow. Like, the one thing that I will say as well is the model of this game is fantastic, and they could quite easily skin this for something else. Like, these could all easily be aliens, and we have laser guns and laser swords. It's a really good, it's a very tight system, and it's difficult to describe. But yeah, the one thing that I would say is, those of you who like your ranged combat, the crossbow is definitely a great way to give your armor rest. Those of you who have played the bow a lot will know what I'm talking about.
Gem, 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 gem.
That's all you'll ever hear from Von.
Hey, you're important.
They are important.
I got 1 key. Finally.
Yeah, you'll get used to it, believe me. You'll get used to it. Hopefully, that might just be because it's on grip at the moment, and that requires like your like multiple, or can require multiple of your middle fingers. When we get it to trigger, which hopefully they will be adding in the next update, that might help things.
Oh, you're up.
It would help me right now.
Chest up here.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
All of the gems. Oh, now have we got the key?
Yep.
Mike is a key.
Damn it. Can't get... There we go. Yeah, do it and then come and join us. Ooh, knight's headgear and a legendary battle axe. But yeah, do find, one of the things that I would recommend is do find somebody your level to play with. And if you find somebody who is higher level, you will end up taking on higher level enemies and it will be a little bit more of a challenge. So for instance, if I was going to jump in with a couple of level ones, I would make a new character to do that. Because otherwise the experience that you're going to get is going to be a lot harder. Kind of like what we gave... Didn't you end up with a harder experience, Mike? Because you were in with me and Beanie to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I leveled up
Restart,
pretty
yeah?
quick early.
Yeah, no worries.
We started here.
Thank you for
The chest. Do we have a key?
I do not have a key.
thank you for joining us, Melissa. No, not yet. No. No time frames yet on updates. But as I said, they've only just released the game, so they might want all receive the goods. You want to be together though, and oh, well done.
What a flexible zombie.
Excellent work, Sarah. Yeah, you want to see him take my gold. That was clearly mine. Stole it right from me.
You're busy.
I was busy, yeah. Not gonna stand a chance getting any of this gold. But yeah, as far as the chests are concerned, what happens, I'll try and show it off. But basically, if one person opens it, everybody needs to individually grab it. And for some reason at the moment, which is again something that I'm going to report up,
Hold still.
which is something that I'm going to report up. So, gravity staff and then throwing her own mace at it, slamming him into the wall. They stand no chance. His arm's off. If one player needs to open it, and then the rest just need to come over to it and hold A on it to get the goods. Everybody gets the same. As I said, one of the things that we do need to address is, for some reason, the host gets different stuff to the other two players. The other two players that are in the game always get the same thing. So, like, for instance, if I was going to get a bow, then the other person that has joined the game would get a bow. Was it, Norb? Did it work, the knockback on the shield? Because I know there's a perk for that as well, which is awesome. Money, money,
Don't
money.
have a key.
I don't either. Got a bomb if we want to blast our way in there, but I don't think that's going to work. He's behind here. No. But gold, like for instance, that's mine now. And they don't get it, I hope. We think that it doesn't matter who gets the gold, everyone gets the same amount at the end, but there is a stat at the end that tracks who was the most greedy.
Do we have a skeleton key?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I want to hear from Shield Bash. Because that makes sword and board gameplay sound awesome.
And what opens that stupid thing?
My only concern with this game at the moment is to play sword and shield.
Where's the lever? Is it
I have to get rid of my range thing. But it's just another way to play the game.
I just can't see
And
it.
it's going to be great.
That's just something.
Probably in the same room, surely.
No, unfortunately. And you can't adjust it up and down either.
Another key. We found it.
And found it. Let's go.
Oh, columns.
As long as your bra is very supportive, you should be fine to press the inventory button. I think.
Chest Rob.
Oh, lovely.
Right.
Oh, so yeah. So they've opened it, and then I come over and hold A on it. Oh, does it? You guys might be... Von, when you are playing the game in seated, does it move the inventory engagement thing quite far forward?
No.
Okay. So maybe that's something that they could see about doing as well. I know that you can change the button I suppose, yeah, you could.
Money room.
Let's skip that. Rob will probably get it.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm not going to know that because, yeah, I don't have lady bumps, or at least I shouldn't. Anyway, so, but yeah, as Sarah was saying, you could lean forwards and open it that way because it kind of stays in the same way.
Have you got the map? I can't remember where the skeleton key room is.
Got you.
Where was it?
Rob, drop it.
Sorry. Look, see? We're going to strategize, yeah.
I guess it was
Yeah. This is more of a, like, memory game. Where was that chest again? Moobs. Got them moobs like Jagger indeed. So, yeah. Right, we know where we're going now.
Onward.
Brilliant. Well, kinda.
Pretend to know where we're going.
We'll pretend to know. So yeah, as I said, I think we'll just play the one, like finish off this one, and then we will probably call it there, because as I said, I don't want to show too much of the game off, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But the one thing that I would say is it's not just about where you get to in this game, it's also the getting there as well. What I will most likely do... Oh, I found a key. Did we have any,
No more
In the
chests
beginning.
there, I think.
The very start.
Yeah, but they weren't skull ones, were they?
No.
No, okay, we'll keep hold of that and maybe go back then if needs be. Oh, there's a door one there, though. Look, they take a lot of damage on the arm. Yep, basically yes. Is it a good one? Well, I think I've grown an inch there at some point, yes.
Never seen it all. Never seen it in that, actually.
Let's have a look.
It looks like there's nothing in there, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a red herring room. There's nothing in that one. Red herring! Yes, they are. You're not wrong. Yeah, as I said, the, like, see these horns? These horned helmets? You can get that in the game. And it looks cool as fuck. Oh, he's already dead. I headshotted him. Nice. See, and I can see the funny shit that people are doing. So many multiplayer games miss out on that because the netcoding isn't there. It doesn't replicate what's actually going on. It just guesses. And because it guesses, you don't see all the funny ragdoll shit. Or what, we need one or we've got one? We've got another.
I've got one as well, so we've got two.
Well, that is a thing, I guess. I mean, I'll take a helmet. Oh, big boy chest in here. Even bees stand no chance against this woman's staff. Right.
Big boy chest in here.
Yeah, big boy chest. Big boy chest. Get out the way of the door, Michael! Loot, 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 loot. Two hands, two hands.
Okay, we'll do it back. Grab them.
And this is another part of it as well. Ooh, legendary bow! I got a power gem, you know, that sort of stuff. Invisibility potion. Mahogany hair colour and a rare crossbow.
Legendary bolt.
Yeah, no worries. No worries, K2. See you later. Thanks for coming. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll finish this one off, and then I'll jump off because I need to repair my controller again.
It's probably the thingy room.
It looks like it, yeah.
Well, hopefully it's not, but yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, if we got killed by it, it'd be quite funny, wouldn't it, I guess? There's no open chests, though, so... Ready?
Stand. Gems, gems, gems.
Look, see? We're cooperating. We're giving Von all the gems so that she can amuse us with her throwing antics. It's actually doing damage and killing stuff as well, which is cool as fuck.
Stole one.
How dare, Michael?
So what we usually do is we stack all of the gems up somewhere where Vaughn wants them so that she can just keep reloading the staff and get extra stuff out of it. The thing is, the way the game works as well is it caters for basically one mage, but if you all start using staffs, you're going to come very much... What happens when you come up short of gems? I mean, you would be Gempty, wouldn't you?
It would be Gempty.
Gempty, yeah.
I have to use my throwy things.
I've obviously... Yeah, exactly. I've always got to check up with Von on what the correct termination is these days. Otherwise I can get into a lot of trouble with YouTube. Lose monetization and everything, you know? Don't give these very real world problems. Aha! Yeah! That was brilliant. His head just went. Well, what I think they can do one better, Beavis. They can make it so that there's an exo that doubles the amount of gems that you can carry. Maybe put it on mind for the mage class, and that would make things better. And then the leveling up of it would be carry one more, start with one more, carry two more, start with two more, carry three more, and start with three more would be the level 1 to 5 of it as well. And I'm sure mages would be very happy with that. And then you could have multiple staffs. But the one thing I'd say is if you had a combination of the right staffs, then yeah, very, very OP. But in a cooperative game, who really cares? What I'm hoping is they start adding some, like, challenge dungeons onto this. Nailed it. I mean, it's pretty easy when you're firing the crossbow like a machine gun. So yeah, anybody who likes range and likes crossbows, as you can probably see, enjoy the crossbow whilst it's hot, because this will probably get nerfed the way that we're using it. So good old IDU coming in over here and wrecking other people's game.
Big eye coming.
See, I'm not very good at throwing. Oh, big B, big B. These things can absolutely wreck you, but thankfully, we've got a Von. Hold it still.
I like it.
That's good. That was great. Yeah. All they have to do is add other dungeon type attacks. Like we have pyramid, and we have the green, we have the blue, and we have the red. They just need to add a purple one for like instances of bosses and various bits and pieces. And again, it can be randomly generated. They just have to add the enemies, just have to add the dungeons, and there you go.
Least enemies killed.
Lovely, lovely. Most enemies killed. And there's an IDU legend in here as well. Look at Mike, and he only has 47. But yeah, so these are the little stat screens that you can brag about if you feel the desire or feel the need to or what have you. What's important is you get the level ups, You get your weapons and your cosmetics. You get your gold. You get the XP as a team. So we all got 6,015. I think we all got an extra 2,000 gold as well, regardless of who does the picking up. But as I said, there are stats that cover these things. Most HP healed, most gold looted, most enemies killed. I think there needs to be more of these. Just, you know, something to laugh about with your mates when you're in the end screen. It's awesome. So, before I come off, let me show you a couple of things that we have. So, for instance, avatar-wise, we can completely switch it up because I have got a lot of different armors. The one that I'm planning on using is this one. But just to give you an idea, look at the shoulder pads on that bad boy. I might have to use that one instead, you know. I do like all... I need that, but with those spiky plates. I hope that's in it. Yeah, nice one, Norb. See you later. Lots and lots and lots and lots of different kinds of armor. Be you assassin, heavily armored, just wanting to have a raggedy shirt, and so on. I have... Which one did I have on? Can't remember now. I think I'd... No, not that one. I had that one on. And then, head-wise, teeth. You can see that you can have fanged teeth. You can have broken teeth. You can have yellowed teeth. I haven't even got them all unlocked yet either. You can have no teeth. You can have, like, Gollum-y style filed teeth. You can have fangs if you want to be that vampire. And then you can have coloured Gollum-y teeth. And the colours go off of the accents that you assign. So, for instance, that's a look. And then there is each individual one of these is an additional look. A simple flick. And I'm a new man. Like you, apparently free. And each of these are compatible with each setup that you have. So if you want to go for the stark white paladin look with the white witcher style eyes, you can do that. Providing you've got the right items and the right bits and pieces. If you want to turn all the accents off, but just have the ones that do the glowing thing, you can do that. One of the things that I'm going to ask the devs for is the ability to change the accent of each individual part, so you can have different coloured helmet to eyes to armour to legs. I think that's a good idea because, you know, there's already fucking hundreds of thousands of combinations of armour, face, hair, accessories, weapons and all that lot, and then the accents on top of it as well just makes it absolutely ridiculous. You want to see the helmet I'm going to be using? Oh, that one's quite good. But I'm planning on using this one. And you'll all be happy to know that there is a red skin colour. Sarah unlocked it and was very happy to inform me. She plays as kind of like a dark elf, so she's got like a blue skin colour. And I'm going to have a red skin colour because I'm a devil. All we need now is the silver tongue accessory and I will be made. So, but I'm going to be wearing that with the really big armour. For now, though, I think... But look at some of these. Look at them. Like, if you like your hooded look because you want to be the archer or you want to be the mage. And it's like, those of you who might like your hard games, this isn't particularly hard, especially if you've got a decent team and you get a decent weapon. This isn't a particularly hard game. It is very, very fun. This is part and parcel of it. It's Fashion Souls all over again. Or, like, I'm trying to think of other games where it mattered about how you look. But there's loads and loads of combinations, and you can all be very individual with what you have and how you look. And, you know, you can just make it hair if you want to, and then the hair's got different types, and then you've got hats. And then you look, Von's showing off her look there. Like, see? Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at that helmet. Well, yeah, what the look that I'm hoping for is that with...
Stealing his drinks.
Where is it? That with either that or that. No, that maybe. And then, yeah, something like that. And then red skin. But yeah, we'll keep that on for now. And I kind of like the... I have a male... actually, yeah. Just a male coif. But I kind of like the one with the male coif and helmet as well. And then on top of all of these as well, you can change eye colors. So there's like various different colors, and then these custom ones that go off of the accent that you have. So there's purple and red and all sorts of silly colors. And then hairstyles, and you can have a beard or you can not have a beard. You can have an evil mustache. You can go for the full-on Dr. Disrespect, you know, Ethiopian death caterpillar or whatever he has on his face. And, you know, or just clean shaven, whatever. Loads of different gloves. Well, not loads. 4. Embracing you're in the alchemist there. Oh, you got the alchemist belt? That looks like the alchemist belt. What else? We've got different gloves as well. And then various different skin colors. So, for instance, I can be blue if I want to. And accessories-wise as well, you'll see that I just have 2 massive pouches to carry all my gold in. But you can change to, like, a little pouch on the back. Wow, that's awesome. So, yeah, and because you're, like, constantly unlocking things. Like, look at that one. Proper... What is that? Oh, that's the alchemist kit. Look at that. Oh, that was a quad damage potion. Bandaged eye look, and you can kind of see my eye through it as well. But yeah, so lots and lots and lots. The only thing that I don't like is some of them, there's a bit of clipping with the weapons, but yeah, get over it, I guess. Just de-equip the weapon if it really matters that much to you. I mean, I don't need swords. The crossbow's all I need at the moment. Right, where's my large pouches? Cool, there we go there. Large pouches. And then, yeah, just to have a quick look at the exosuit skills. I've got fortune at level... So once you unlock them, you can then get them up to level 5. So I've got one that makes me run faster. I've got some others, but I haven't bothered leveling up or putting anything into them. I've got one that increases the damage of bows and crossbows that you get at higher levels. The one that I had previous to that increases the range, so it makes the arcs shallower. And so it's the difference between kind of like normal shots and wildfire shots. But obviously we want more damage because we're having to bust out damage. This is the broken one, in my opinion. When you get the ability to get vitality, pump all of your points into it, and you'll never really have to use potions again. You can still be one-tapped, and you can still be one-hit killed, but if you take a hit and then back off, you'll regenerate your life, and you regenerate it very fast. You get, I think it's 8% back every 3.3 seconds, so you can like almost regenerate your health fully in 30 seconds from dead. So, yeah. But this is the thing that allows you... This is kind of... I mean, for me, it might not be for others. And if you went for different builds, it wouldn't be. This is kind of... reeks a little bit of the amulet system at the moment. In that there's only really 1 or 2 valid choices. Like, why would you not take regeneration? But then if you played a different way, if you did the sword and board, there is a perk, which I'm very happy to report, increases shield knockback by 20%. So that means you can get knockback onto any shield, and then you can put knockback. Yeah, you can only. Yeah, you can't have them all. What? That's very good. Well done, guys. They've put all the cups in my room. Look at that. It would have been much funnier if you'd have put the. There you go. Look. Now, herein lies the problem, is these things don't stay. Can you take... What's the physics like in this game? Ooh, very good. Look at that. There you go. Lots of fun to be had. Unfortunately, you can't shoot things off of things. However, Michael, can you demonstrate? Whilst I'm firing... Can you hit my bow, please? Hit my crossbow. So as you can see, other players, you need to do it with a weapon in a downward slamming motion, Michael, slamming motion. So as you can see, you can actually interfere with each other. And it'll actually have an effect on my accuracy in the fact that he's dicking about. There's your trolling. So I did ask you to do that, so it's not your fault. But yeah, there's your troll side of things done. If you really want to, you can get up in each other's faces and do that. Flips on weapons are very intuitive and easy to do. Look cool and feel nice. One of the other things I do like about the bow, actually, as well, just before we come off, is with the bow, it's very easy to just spin it in your hand. He says, dropping it and picking everything else up. Simple little flick of the wrist, and it looks like it rolls round your wrist. So good. You can do it the other way as well. It's actually going through your wrist, but you know. Hey.
You blew me up.
Hey.
Who did that?
Is it me?
Of course, yes, sure.
Well,
Sure.
actually, no, you've just given me a great idea. I'm going to do an outro and then I'm coming off. And on that literal bombshell, we'll end it there. So this has been Dungeons of Eternity on the Quest 2, because Quest 3 just VR Princess problems. It's a great game. It really is. And this is just the start as well. It's only just started, and you know they've got a lot of scope with this game by the looks of things. They've got a lot of things to do. Congratulations to all the winners. I hope to be able to do some more giveaways soon. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.